Yo, 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 yo. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Back by popular opinion, and everybody want to see him back, so he's back. Your boy, Master Rome.
What up?
What's
What
going
up?
on
What
with your
up?
player?
Hey man, I'm doing all right, man. I'm here in Africa and I'm here experiencing and I'm here to let people know the truth. After this interview, I'm thinking about changing my name. I've been Master Rum for a long time and I'm thinking about changing my name to Master Rum 100 because I all I do is keep it 100.
Yeah, because I feel you. Because me too. Like my thing is, I know like it costs so much money and so much time and effort to get to Africa. I don't want somebody to pick the wrong country or go to the wrong place or think it's this and it's that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely feel you, bro. I definitely feel you, bro. So yeah, so the fake love in Africa. What's been going on with you, man? What why is fake love in Africa on your mind? What's going on in Africa with you?
So first and foremost, I want to thank my man. I want to thank Gooch. I want to thank GMT Travels for once again allowing me to get on this platform. Um, the first interview that I did, you gained me a bunch of subscribers. I appreciate that. But it's not about the subscribers, man. It's about really enlightening black men. That's what this is about. It's about enlightening black men and black Americans, black Canadians, black British men or just black travelers as a whole traveling around the world. And to answer your question is, of course, this is probably my fourth time here in Africa. And I feel like here in Africa, it's a bunch of fake love. I feel like my whole life, I've been told my whole life, like, hey, as a black American, go to Africa. Once you reach Africa, you're going to experience this you're going to experience this euphoria of love and you're going to experience being treated like a king and come back to the motherland. And since I've been to the motherland, I've experienced a lot of fake love.
All right, really, like fake love how? Like fake love, like how? What? How?
Well, I feel like this. I feel like I've been all around the United States. Of course, I'm from Los Angeles, California. Born and raised, and I've been all around the United States. And I experienced, of course, just like you, just like a lot of other African Americans, I've experienced a bunch of racism and hate in the United States. Um, so when I finally started traveling around Africa, I realized that people really don't love me like people said they would. Here in Africa, um, I've dealt with a bunch of extortion. And everyone is so quick to say, well, extortion happens everywhere. That is absolutely true. But I feel like we need to get away from painting this narrative as if Africa loves us as African Americans or African Canadians or African British people, and I think we need to start shining light to Africa as a whole. And Africa is just like every other continent. When we come to Africa, we deal with nothing but extortion, and of course, I'm talking about what I've dealt with and me personally. But I've dealt with nothing but extortion. um, I've dealt with things from my security guards down at my apartment complex where they won't let me go up to my room without get giving them a tip. I booked hotel rooms and I booked verified hotel rooms that's on hotels.com. And I get to my location. And once they hear my accent, they say, hey, you need to pay us an extra $20 for you to be able to go into your room. And I'm like, how? When I already booked my place and it's verified in this book, they're like, no, give us a tip. I've landed in countries like Ghana, Kenya, Egypt, where people have lost my baggage, and before I can get my baggage, they say, "Hey, if you would like your baggage, tip, 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 and I can find your baggage for you." And then so on and so forth. I've dealt with nothing but extortion. The women really don't like me for who I am. Don't get me wrong. I have some women who like me because they say, "Oh, he's handsome," or so on and so forth. But if it's not about the money, I don't really experience genuine love in Africa. And I'm here to open this up to a forum to see if anybody else have dealt with this situation. Is it just me? But I don't feel real love here in Africa.
I feel you coming from. And I'm sorry all that happened to you too. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Ah,
But
that's all right,
yeah,
brother.
but for me, but yeah, well for me, how I see it, I mean, I just see it for what it is. Like, I don't think it's like that great, like kumbaya that people when people tell you before you come there. I don't think it's like that. But I think in the countries we come from, a society where we have a strong government, a big economy where nobody needs nothing. So when you go to these countries where people need you, they see you as like they need you, so they gonna be in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So even being in Kenya for a while, I got a lot of like close friends in Kenya, and I know when I had a friend of mine, her mother passed away, and they had a WhatsApp group to raise money. So even within like their group, like giving money and stuff, that's like normal. And it's a they don't have the same like government that we have, that strong government. So, but I kind of see where you're coming from, and I think just you just got to know where you're at too. But I still think even like in South Africa, you see a lot less. But like girls don't really want that much in general. Don't have some money as much other places, but it's because they make more money and the cost of living is cheap. So me and my friends talk this in a group all the time, where I say it's always about money, even when it's not. The girls that don't ask for money, it's because they're making money and they don't need the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, but I kind of get it because I got shaken up. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you the story. I don't know if I told on YouTube before. My first Kenya trip, Nairobi trip during the COVID, I didn't have M-Pesa yet, and during that time, you call Ubers, they would show up, but when they come to you, they want M-Pesa or they want cash payment. But so we like, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up, long story short, I had to go downstairs and try and figure it out. It was some Nigerians arguing in the front gate. Police pulled up. Long story short, we all went to jail. They found out I was American. I got stripped down my first trip in Kenya, and I had to pay a lot of money to fucking, And he drove me to the ATM. He drove me to the ATM, bro, and I was so mad, bro. And I was like, I'm ready to go. And it was my first trip. I was like, but I'm glad I stayed though. But I was this close to changing my flight, bro. So I know the feeling though. I know the feeling is real, bro. I know the feeling's real. But I pushed through it. I'm glad I did because now I love Nairobi. You know what I'm saying? But I almost that was during COVID time. Yeah, man. He said, man got hit with the Manzungu price. If you're in Africa, that's what they call us. In South America they call us gringos. In Africa they call us Manzungu. Buck Travis said, I got scammed by an African chick in Peru. She stole my cologne.
So, hey,
She said,
Gooch,
oh man.
Gooch,
Yo.
Gooch. Here's my thing. Here's my thing, brother. I love, listen, regardless of all the extortion that I've been through, regardless of everything that I've went through here in Africa, I'm here to say I love Africa and I have nothing against Africans. I love Africa. I love African people. Um, but the whole point of this live, I just want to shed notice to a bunch of people to let you know that let's just start bringing light to the facts. A bunch of non-travelers, a bunch of non-seasoned travelers, a bunch of travelers who ain't been to Africa before, they have, I know I did, that we have this picture, we were taught our whole lives that when you come to the motherland, you're a king, the motherland loves you. When you listen to all these African Afrobeat guys and they talk about Africa loves you and this and that. And my whole point is I just haven't seen the love in Africa. I haven't. I feel like every Africa is just like every other place that I've been to. Now, don't get me wrong, the women are gorgeous. I love the women. Um yes, as an African American, you're going to get a lot of love here in Africa with your accent and just coming down to Africa, you're going to do better than what you would do anywhere around the world. But as a seasoned traveler, like I call myself, I just feel like we need to shine light on the extortion. We need to shine light on, like, I have no real African friend unless I'm giving them money, unless I'm talking about something dealing with helping them out. I haven't really met a genuine African man or woman. And
Really?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, and a lot of
You
people
haven't hung
like,
with my homeboy in Nairobi? In Nairobi, you never hung with my homeboy in Nairobi, my local homeboy in
who?
Nairobi.
Who?
He met you. He met you. How we got
Listen,
introduced to
I
each other.
listen, I didn't really talk to him too much, and nothing against him. I didn't really talk to him too much, but every
Yeah,
single last African man or woman that I meet in Africa, there's always a sneaky catch involved. It has never been,
really.
hey, brother, hey, you need this, you need that. Oh, this is happening, this is happening. I've had, and a lot of people like to say, oh, well, it's where you're meeting them. Oh, if you go to the club, of course you're not going to meet a good person. You're going to the club. Of course, if you go into the bar where there's alcohol and smoke, cigarettes and shisha, they're like, of course, you're not going to meet the right person. But man, bro, I've been all around, man. I've been in bookstores. I even went to church. And I want to experience what church was like. I went to church. I met women and men from all around Africa, from all shades of life. And at the end of the day, there's always something hidden that they're involved in, or there's something that they're going to
Church.
gain. Yes, absolutely. Yes, church. I
Come
didn't,
on, man. You said church. Come on, man.
bro, I didn't, I didn't, I didn't, I didn't met people from all around, and at the end of the day, they all used me for something or tried to gain something from me, and I just feel like as an African American man, or as I feel like as a African American, there's no love for us anywhere. You go to the motherland and it's just like going to Colombia. It's just like going to Sosua. It's just like going to Cartagena. It's there's not a lot of love for African Americans. The second you open your mouth and they hear an African American accent or a what's up, Mingo? I see you, brother. I love you, man. The second they see an African American accent or something, it's what can I get from him? So I just want to shine light to that and let everybody know who's coming to Africa that you need to keep your guard up at all time. There's no love for foreign African men. There's no love. And prove me wrong. I mean, is there anybody else who've experienced genuine love?
So when you say
Let me
genuine
know.
love, do you mean this without money, or what you mean like? What do you mean like genuine love? Because I mean, if someone,
I
bro,
mean,
I got chicks that love me in America, and they still beg me. You know,
bro, I'm
like so I know I got family members who love me and they still want stuff. What do you mean by like genuine love?
Genuine love, I mean, like, okay, for example, okay, Gooch, I'm gonna ask you this right now, and you ain't got to. And listen, I think after this fucking interview, I really think I'm gonna change my name to Master Rum 100 because I'm just gonna start keeping it 100, like, or 1,000, Master Rum 1,000,
All right.
because I, name one name one time where you met an African in Africa that took care of you, and it wasn't no secret side hustle. There wasn't no random payment at the end of the situation that had nothing to do with the payment, because if it had something to do with the payment and the payment was worthy for it, then fuck it. But name one incident where you needed something or you needed help or you were just a foreign African American in Africa and you had a genuine homie who looked out for you and everything was everything. Name one.
So I can say only twice in Kenya. One time I had an issue with my female friend in the hospital, and my older Kenyan homeboy. You have met him. He doesn't. He's married. I have an older Kenyan homeboy. He went to the hospital for me and checked things out for me, and then asked for no money. It was like a real serious time for my chick, and he went to the hospital and checked everything out for me. And and the only other time my young homeboy that you met, he took me out with his friends and they were buying me drinks. It was kind of, I'm like, what? They're like, go ahead, you good. So it doesn't happen as much as America. You're right. It doesn't happen as much as America. It doesn't happen a lot. Um, but I kind of see things for what it is. And I know a lot of people, we're like we're the big dog. Even in America, if I go to my hood right now, they love me. I'm gonna have to pay for everything if we go out. You know what I'm saying? Because they broke. But it's kind of hard to find people like that. But I got one older partner like that that actually like I really need him and he came through for me. He's older, he doesn't come out much. In South Africa too, I got like a well, it was said without money involved. I went to South Africa and they thought I was South African and I was sitting alone. They come to their table and they had drinks too and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We were just like so it happens, but just not as much. But me, the only place I have real homeboys, I've been a bunch of country in Africa. It's only Kenya and South Africa. And in Kenya, I only got two homeboys. The one you met, that's my young homeboy. He just graduated college, so I know he can't hang with me how everybody else hang with me. So I'm gonna have to look out. Just like if I had a college homeboy there, but my older Kenyan homeboy, he don't ask for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know what you're saying. It does happen like that, and it's not a fairy tale. You gonna come to Africa and just kumbaya. But the way I look at it is, they look at you as like the man, but they want you to take care of them too. Though that's their culture. Even like with chicks and stuff that beg a lot. Even the local dudes, they take care of their women. So that's what they're used to. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real society. Like we come from a strong government society that got Section 8, public housing, food stamps. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that. So when you demand, you're like, oh, you demand? Well, can you get this? Can you do this? Can you do that for me? But I feel it can get overwhelming. And honestly, I've had a few friends get burnt out in Kenya because of begging. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? So I understand it. So it is what it is. But I get it. I get both sides. But I think you should move around different places because Mombasa, where you're at right now, bro, Mombasa is a historically Mongol area, bro. Historically. Like I knew about Mombasa when I learned about DR in Colombia. Black dudes don't go to Mombasa, but white boys go to Mombasa for a long time. That's like a historically Mongol hustle area. And then they're broke out there in Mombasa. It's real hard. That's why Mombasa we tell people be careful. It's not like Nairobi because they're really trying to hustle. So yeah,
So here's my thing. Here's my thing. And I've experienced this in West Africa. I experienced this in Egypt, and I experienced this in East Africa. Why, if Africa is the motherland, they said that, right? Like Africa is the motherland,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So if Africa is the motherland and we understand history and we understand what happened to us as African Americans, we understand what happened to us in history. Why do, and I don't know if you've seen this, but why do Africans treat white people better than Africans from all around the world? If you, and I'm not just talking about Mombasa, I'm talking about when I get out to the airport and I'm getting ready to go to a restaurant. Before I open up my mouth and they hear my accent, it's, I've been in line in Nairobi, walking into a restaurant, waiting in line, and they greet the white people open arms, smiles. Hey, how are you? And they see me, and it's just like, hey, like, what's up? And I start talking all of a sudden. Oh, yeah, yeah. So if Africa is the motherland, why do they treat white people? And nothing against white people. I love white people, right? But if this is the motherland, this is our land, this is our territory. Why do they treat white people with open arms and they treat us with here we go again type thing?
yeah. I agree, bro. Yeah, I've seen it. So in Mombasa, I see it. In Nairobi, I only my very first trip. I saw it only one time, but since I haven't seen it, I was in a hotel in the what happened? They told us it was a curfew. We couldn't play music anymore. We had the boombox, and then the white dude was like, told me it was okay. They can do it, and they played longer because the white dude was there. Like, damn, that was fucked up. But ever since then, I haven't seen it anymore in Nairobi. But it is an issue there. I think the younger generation is changing it. I think we're gonna these conversations and us talking to people. I feel like we're changing it right now. We're on the front line. I think it's getting better than what it was when I was in Ghana. They would they would have like a dress requirement, minimum drinks, but they'll let the white dude come in and just get like a 12 pack, a beer, get a beer. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely that is an issue. I think it's changing, and I think we're a part of it too. But I think you like South Africa. You should try South Africa. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna answer this real quick. Say, would you guys recommend a tour guide for your first time in Africa? You don't really need a tour guide, but it's cool to have a good taxi drive or just like a land pilot here and there, certain stuff. You know, it'll help the process. You figure stuff out a lot quicker and stuff.
So for Noble,
Yes, but I definitely understand.
a- answering his question about a tour guide, to be honest with you, I don't,
Yeah.
as a traveler, I don't recommend for a first time traveler going to Africa. And as sad as that sounds, because you would think being a black man, I don't know if he's black or not, but to be honest with you, if you are an African American, an African Canadian, African Brit, wherever you from outside of Africa and you're black, I don't recommend any country in that continent going by yourself. Um, like I said before, man, I've seen extortion from hotels. Bro, I booked a hotel on hotels.com, booked
What,
my hotel
what city?
4 nights, booked my hotel, get to the hotel, and they're asking me to give them a tip or they won't let me check into my hotel. And if you're not a seasoned traveler, you're not going to really know what to do in that situation. One thing the first thing a non-seasoned traveler does is they pay the money. Now you just got ripped off and you just got extorted. And now you just made it that harder for other travelers because now once they see the money can come out of pocket like that, they're going to start doing that to everybody else. It takes a different kind of person who've been traveling around for a long time to stand on business and say, I'm not going to give you that $20 extra a night. I mean, you do the if you booked a 4-night stay and they say, oh, the rate that you paid online is not right, you got to give us 20. First of all, they don't even know the rate that you booked the hotel in because it's all online. All they see is a book,
Yeah.
all they see is a booked hotel. So to answer his question, a Nobel War Prize, I don't recommend. If you're not a seasoned traveler, I don't recommend going to Africa by yourself for the first time. I have never in my life, out of 60 countries, I have never in my life experienced so much extortion, so much fake love. I mean, the love here has been the fakest love I've ever experienced. I mean, I don't trust anybody here in Africa. If I was to break my arm right now, if I was to break my arm and they told me, hey, you need open arm surgery, I feel like if I was to go to an African doctor and they were to put me under some anesthesia and I was to go to sleep, I feel like I will wake up with a missing lung and that he will take
Man,
my
come on,
lung
man.
and give it to
Man, I
somebody else.
don't think. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Gooch,
Give it a chance, bro.
you
Come on.
trust you can't trust the police in Africa. You can't trust the firefighters in Africa. You can't trust the
Come on.
Airbnb host in Africa. You can't
Come
trust
on, man.
you can't
Africa's 50.
trust
That's
the
50 countries, bro.
restaurant owners in
Say,
Africa.
call a country name. Call a country name. Say Ghana. Say Kenya. Say Egypt. That's 50 countries. You went to three of them, bro. You can't say Africa, bro. Say
Five,
Ghana, Kenya,
five,
or Egypt.
five.
We don't say Africa, bro. Out
Okay,
of 50 countries, though, you know.
okay. Listen,
So hold
listen.
on, I got a question for you.
I,
They said,
I
what was some of your best and worst experiences dating in Africa? And then I'm gonna pass
okay.
to buddy who just came inside. After you answer this question, I'm gonna pass to buddy who just came inside. He said, what's your best and worst experiences dating in Africa?
So let me keep this 100 with you guys. Master Rum 100. Let me tell you this. Dating in Africa is like the United States back in the 80s and 90s. You're going to be the breadwinner. You're going to meet some very, very beautiful women. And I've always done decent in the United States, but if you haven't done close to decent in the United States, you're going to do really well in Africa. And as far as my dating experiences, the bad and the worst, I've had great dating experiences here. As far as women go, you're going to be fine. To me, right? I'm speaking from me, Master Rum. You you're going to be fine as far as dating. As long as you understand that it's traditional and you're going to be the breadwinner, you're going to be fine. The worst experience I've ever had was had women who've asked me to buy them a business. I've had women ask me, "Hey, we were talking, everything was going well. We were getting ready to go steady, and then all of a sudden, it was like, hey, could you buy me a car?" So, women in Africa will think that you are extremely rich, no matter what class you are in the United States. But as far as dating experiences, I think you're going to have a really, if you're African American in Africa, I think you're going to have a great experience as far as dating in Africa. Just as long, I can't stress this enough, as long as you understand, just like everywhere else in the world, that you are the breadwinner, but it's going to be just a little bit cheap in Africa.
All right, cool. So buddy who just came inside. What you gotta say with this topic of what's going on, player?
Hey, what's going on, man? I've been watching your stuff for a minute, man. GMT, and I just started watching your stuff, Master Rum. I like your stuff. I've been
I
trying to.
appreciate
I've been thinking about going to Belize, so I just started checking out your channel. Just subscribe. Uh,
appreciate it.
yeah, I've done some traveling to Africa, but I've only done to South Africa, Cape Town, Joburg with my girl. So I can't speak on things from a dating perspective, but I can speak on things in Africa from it's like a everyday racism, from that perspective. But I want to speak on the point that Master Rum brought up about like how they treat they treat white people better. But I just think in general, the whole diaspora is going to get this. It's going to have the same, have been hit hard by colonialism in general. So they have this I don't know, internal insecurity about themselves. I think that's just like you can see that everywhere. Definitely South Africa. I've seen similar situations like in Cape Town, like at restaurants, like they help white people out before they did myself. But like me and my girl were talking about that. We're like they just it's just like a inferiority complex. That's the word I'm looking for. So like a lot of that in the diaspora like faces that no matter where you're at, like Cartagena, black people there, Brazil, black people in the States, like they have an inferiority complex that is like hard to shake. Like they've witnessed white people come to their countries and take this shit over for like centuries. So it's just hard to shake that. That's what I think. So I don't always blame them for that. I kind of take it with a grain of salt. It's fucked up, but when you kind of know the context and history behind things, I think it kind of helps you get an understanding. But like what GMT said, I think it's kind of improving a little bit, getting a little better. I just
So,
want to kind of throw that in there.
and I really appreciate you. First of all, I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody who checks out the world of Master Rum. But I want to make a comment, man. The whole point of this live is to just bring light
Yeah.
to the realism of Africa. And it's just, I don't know about you, and I don't know where you're from. You sound like you're American,
Yeah,
but
from Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah.
okay, Charlotte, North Carolina. I used to live in North Carolina.
Wow.
So experienced a bunch of race. I'm from Los Angeles. So growing up in a liberal area like California and just being around, I've grew up, I've really didn't experience racism growing up in life until I moved to South Carolina, places like North and stuff like that, when I moved to the South of America. And I feel like I feel worse when I'm in Africa. I feel like the second I open my mouth, I feel like here we go again. I feel like someone's going to try to take advantage of me. I feel like someone is going to try to extort me. Extortion is nothing. It's almost like racism. Like if you're walking down the street in South Carolina and you're on the wrong side of the street, and a white police officer comes up to you and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" Because you open your mouth, it's no different from extortion in Africa. And I feel like literally when I'm walking down the street in Africa, I literally, when I'm with a woman or I'm with somebody or a friend, they tell me don't talk. And I'm like, what? They're like, shh, stop talking. And I'm like, what's up? They're like, I don't want this police officer, or I don't want this security guard, or I don't want these people to hear your accent, because the second they hear you talk, one, they're going to try to get a robbery from you. Two, they're going to try to extort you.
That
Or
was that bad. Come on, I don't.
I'm listen, Gooch. I'm GMT. I'm going off lens of Master Rum. I have experienced mad extortion to the point to where when I'm in an Uber, I don't even like speaking, because the second I open my mouth, it's a problem. So I just feel like we
Come
need
on,
to
bro. I don't
start
think it's that bad, bro.
I just feel like we need to start shining light. I feel like we need to start shining light, and Africa is no different from the United States. It's no different from Colombia. It's no different from Brazil. I've experienced racism in Brazil. I experienced racism in Colombia. I experienced racism in Sasua and DR. So I just want to start bringing light to a bunch of Africans around the world, and letting you guys know that shit ain't sweet out here.
Yeah.
Shit is
Yeah,
not
it's,
sweet.
it's definitely not sweet. But I got a girlfriend, and her brother is a police officer,
What's
and
up,
I
P Dub?
know they don't make no money, bro. They don't make money. So I feel like they you can be a professional out here. Like certain countries are different. In Kenya, bro, the professionals ain't even making that much money. So they see us, bro. They see like oh, American. They respect us because they know that we can. It's gonna be a beneficial relationship somehow. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So like a lot of people, they expect money out of us because they think we are rich, bro. They think we all rich,
yeah, yeah.
which is crazy. So I think you might like. I think you might like South Africa a little bit more because in South Africa, like the cost of living is really really cheap. But people who got money got real money. So like they be acting like us. They don't want money from you. Like they just like we're like exotic to them. You know what I'm saying? So for me, you just gotta understand like where they're from and going to different countries. I realize that different tribes are different. The situations are different, but it just I don't think they do it on purpose. I think we all got you know what I'm saying? I think we all got issues, bro. Like in America too. Like the
Here's
internal
my
hate, they want to kill each other for no reason, or in South or in Cape Town where
so
they want to serve the white people for us. I feel like we all got our issues that we got to work on.
can I can I say something?
What's up? Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so and listen, I don't want people on this live. I don't want people to be like, "Damn, Master Rum is against black people," or "Master Rum is against." Listen, I love black people. I'm from a black family. I love my black people, right? But here's what I will say: when you think about the history of Africa, I want you guys to think about the history of Africa. How do you think white men came to Africa? Do you think that white people just came to Africa and put us in shackles and just was like, "Hey, get on the fucking boat"? No. So when you think about the root, I want us
Nah,
to
they,
think
they had
about
to use us. They used to use us. Yeah.
absolutely. So I want you to think about the root of slavery. The white man, he bribed African leaders, whoever was in charge at the time, African leadership. He bribed African leadership and he used us with cattle. He used us with alcohol, drugs, and falsified certain things by saying, "Hey, we're going to give you money. We're going to give you this." And it was our own people who put us in shackles and set us up for deportation. So sit on that for a little bit. I want you to sit on that for a little bit, right? When I come to Africa, I feel that is what I just said. Like I feel the no love there. I feel like we're not really like it, we've been let down multiple times. We've been let down for years and years and years. We've been let down, and it's just like I can feel that fact of hatred in this continent. I feel like, yeah, of course we get love from the women, right? We got the bread, we're breadwinners. Of course, we're gonna get love from the women, and we love that. But I just don't feel when I talk to an African, I always feel like there's some kind of slight hate or there's some kind of slight, I don't really feel like Africans really fuck with us unless we're coming out of pocket with bread or we're talking green card or we're talking some kind of, hey, I'm gonna help you out. I don't really feel the love. I don't.
All right, I got one more. I got something to say. I think another thing I agree with what GMT said as far as like you have the bread. That's how they look at you. Like if you try to do the equivalent, like in the States, like someone that makes 500K a year or 750K a year in Miami, they might feel that way around Americans. Like they're like, dang man, nobody fucks with me unless they want some money out of me or something like that. Like, and you put that equivalent, someone makes like 200K, 100K in America, go to this economy where the GDP is way like a small percentage of what the states is. You got to look at it from an economical standpoint. They're looking at you like a lick. Like any human being is gonna look at you like an opportunity. Like I said, I have friends that I have friends that are well off, and I've seen them go through situations where they, they can't really trust people. I think that just comes with the territory of being successful or having a depth. You throw on the American image, they're just going, it's nothing you can really do about that. Like, but I think what you're doing in general, like keeping it a buck and being transparent about what Africa is good though. Cause a lot of people are upset when it comes to Africa, and it's not like, just this paved, the streets are paved with gold. Like that needs to be like fixed ASAP. But that's like, I'm 100% with you on that too. Like keep, spitting the truth, because people just need to have an open mind. I think that's what you need to just tell people. You got to have an open mind. It's not just come and just take it as it is, not for what you don't have a preconceived notion about what it is. Just take, just have an open mind. That's all I got to say on that.
Okay. I respect.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I would say, man. Yeah, I definitely would say, man, with Africa, bro, you just gotta. For me, I just keep an open mind, and yeah, you're right. You can't come thinking one thing, because for me personally, every country was completely different for me. Like for me, I didn't have one. When people say Africa, to me, I'm like, because me, like Rwanda is completely different from Kenya, Com- completely different from Tanzania. Even though Mombasa is like Tanzania. Mombasa to me seems more like Tanzania than Kenya to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's totally different. But yeah, man, it's a totally different experience everywhere you go at and stuff. And just yeah, man, just gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I'm about to slide out, man, but I keep doing
Yeah,
y'all thing, man. I just wanted to give y'all a shout out, and I'm gonna shout my own channel out. I just started doing some vlogs, Q Much Sauce. Give me a follow, check me out. I did some South Africa content, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, keep doing y'all thing. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. I'll keep watching on YouTube.
For sure, brother. Thank you so much
Hey,
for
appreciate you,
sliding
bro.
in.
I'm gonna follow you too. I'm gonna follow you too, player.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate y'all. Take it
Oh
easy.
yeah, don't forget the like. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like and super chat. You know what I'm saying? If you want to ask Master Ram a question, super chat, we can get that question to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, super chat. You know how we do. The Nova Star said only been in Jamaica, and I got there 81 lives. Her story slightly embarrassing, but I'll keep it real. There you go.
Hey, man.
So he's been to Egypt. What? Huh?
Been to Egypt. I heard there's no joke there. Hey, man. Listen. You got there's a lot of YouTubers online, right? And I just started this YouTube thing, and I had a lot of influence from GMT. GMT is one of the reasons why I even started my YouTube as well, right? And I had a lot of influence.
Appreciate you.
But one thing I will say is I like to keep it 100. Like I said before, I feel like I'm going to change my name to Master Rum 100. I want to keep it 100, and I want to let travelers know exactly what they're going to experience. Even though everybody experience will be different, you will kind of have the slight kind of same vibe. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that portray a certain thing, and when you get there, it's totally different. And that's all I want to do. I just want to shine light. Egypt was the same. Egypt was the same. Like I said, all the countries I've been to in Africa, they've been the same. It's very being black does not separate you at all. And I could be one of those gullible people because my whole life I was getting fed, hey, when you go to Africa, you're going to the motherland and people are going to love you, and it's just not what I felt. Unfortunately, it's just not what I felt. I don't feel the love here. I don't feel I love the women, and yes, I do feel the love of the women here. Does bread cause a lot of that love? Absolutely. But genuinely, you will get compliments when you're walking down the street. If you got tattoos, like having being a black man with tattoos in the United States or in Canada or in the UK is just so normal, and people will be like, hey, they won't even recognize your tattoos or anything like that. But if you're a black man, you fit, and you're walking around with a tank top on, African women will be like, hey, you look handsome. I've been called handsome hundreds of times where I'm like, wow, that feels good. But the reality is is you will be taken advantage of every step of the way.
Oh man, I'm sad you feel like that, bro. Damn, damn, man. I'm sad you feel like that. We can super chat real quick. You say appreciate the Bill brothers. Nothing like firsthand knowledge, good, bad, and ugly. We need to hear it. You're right, bro. We gonna keep it real.
Keep it 100. You got to keep it 100, man. You got to keep it 100. At the end of the day, as a traveler who goes through this and experience this and walks around with a fucking camera all day, and I experienced this, I would hate for someone like him who just posted that message in his chat, or for a random person. After I did my first live with you, I got a bunch of messages from great brothers, man. I've got love from brothers from all around that's been hitting me up like, hey, Master Rum, like this and that. And I would hate to just message one of these guys on a DM and be like, yeah, man, come to freaking Ghana and bro, get you a hotel or get you in an Airbnb and just walk around. No, I gotta keep it 100. 90% of these guys who are messaging me have the same background as me, and they're curious just like me, and they're coming to a country and they want to know the true facts. And I want to give people the true facts and the true colors of what they're going to experience.
Hey, bro. I definitely, I feel you, bro. That's what's up.
Keep
Cause
it
yeah, they keep it
100.
real. I try to keep it real as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? My number
Keep
is
it
skills,
100.
African natural resource, and then order to thrive. Only one he said Master Rum is generalized in Africa after only been to two countries. Essay will fit him better, especially Joe Bird.
I've so I don't know who OG, what's his name? OG, what's his name? Ulch? Uluch?
Oops, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so sir, first of all, thank you for tuning in. But I haven't been to two African countries. I've been to five. And the five countries that I've been to, I've stayed for longer than a month, where I've been able to actually feel the true culture of the countries. Um, I'm
Which
not
five? Which
general.
five countries? Which five countries?
I've been to Egypt. I've been to Ghana. I've been to Kenya. I'll be in 5 days. I'll hit I would say 27 days in Kenya. I did Togo. I was only in, to be fair, I was only in Togo for about 2 days, and I was only in Liberia for 2 days and a day and maybe 2 days and a half. Um, but I've been to enough countries in Africa to experience the quality and the people. You know, I've been to multiple areas to be able to and I got feedback. Like I can bring my African friend right here who's right here who can even back up exactly what I'm saying, who's telling me like, hey, no, you are exactly right.
Bring your African friend on right now. See what's up.
Okay, give me 1 second.
All right.
Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Hurry up.
Hey
Come here.
man, shout out to my first super chat.
I know I need you now.
Yeah, man. We trying to. Hey, our goal is to keep it 100 with y'all. The good, the bad, the ugly, and that's my cool brother. And we not with all that drama. We can disagree and just learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? And just be better and come together. That's what we about. You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
she
Hey, appreciate that, noble All Star.
she she sleep right now, and she
Oh,
hears
she sleep?
well, she sleep and she hears the quality of the debate, and I don't think she's from Mombasa. She hears the quality of the debate, and
Yeah.
you, you want me to show you who she is, like, so you guys can know that I'm.
Sure. So the audience would love to see that. The audience would love it.
Hey, I'm so old. I don't even
Hey,
know how to
send them
work. I
super
don't even know
chats
how
if
to
you
work.
want it.
I don't even know how to work social media anymore. I don't even know how to turn this shit around. But Hey, they want to talk to you.
Is Nairobi good for 2 weeks?
They want to talk. Can you talk to them? Talk
Is
to them.
Nairobi good for 2 week trip? First time male traveler. Yes. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Man,
So
come on,
so
bro.
listen.
What hey
Listen.
bro, what more love do you need than that, bro? What more love do you need than that? That's all the love I need, bro.
Listen. I'm not. Listen. I I will start off by saying this, and I said it multiple times. What I'm doing right now, I'm not trying to stop anybody from coming to Africa. I'm not trying to I'm speaking through Master Rum's lens. I'm speaking through the lens that I've experienced. You may come
Yeah.
to Africa, whether it's South Africa, whether it's Northern Africa, whether it's West Africa, East Africa, you may come to these locations. You may have a different experience than me. All I'm just trying to express is just understand that shit ain't sweet here. It's just Africa is just like everywhere else. And like I said before, I've experienced everything that I experienced in Africa double here. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you. What's wrong with asking, is Nairobi, Kenya good for a 2 week trip? First time traveler to the continent of Africa? Me personally, I would recommend it. If you need to know more about Nairobi, you can message me on my Instagram, GMT underscore travel life. Hit me up. But ask Master Rum too what his opinion is, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I would definitely recommend it. You know what I'm saying? How about you?
Absolutely.
What you think?
Absolutely. If is Nairobi a good? Oh man, coming to Nairobi for 2 weeks is going to be one of the best times of your life. I don't know who you. I don't know Ms. Raw. I don't know who you are. Or if you black, if you are a Black American, Black Canadian, Black Brit, and you come to Nairobi, you're going to have a great time. You don't have to be a talkative person. You don't have to be a person who is that person who goes up to women and you're that strong person who spits game. Hey, what's going on? They're going to find you, and you're going to you. I mean, am I right or wrong?
No, I love it, bro. Yeah, they treat you good, bro. Kenyan girls are they're like extroverts, and they remind me of like college. They drink, good vibes. It's cool, bro. You gonna get it. Just make sure you get your Airbnb in Kilimani or the Westlands. Most people like Kilimani because you get more bang for your buck, and the big clubs are in Kilimani. The Westlands has a concentrated area nightlife, so it's cool. You know, I recommend it. Thumbs up here. Any more questions? Hit me on my IG, GMT underscore travel life.
So here's what people don't talk about though, and this is what I'm here for. Here's what people don't talk about. When you do come,
All right.
oh yeah, you're gonna have a blast. You're gonna go out to these bars, you're gonna go out to these locations, and you're gonna have a good time. But guess what's gonna happen when it's time to bring that chick back? Them security
What's
guards
up?
at them security guards at the front desk. Oh yeah. If you don't give them a tip or you don't come out of pocket a little bit, you may have some hassle bringing them girls upstairs. Two,
Really?
two. When you do go upstairs and you do your thing, when you leave, let's say you don't tip them security guards when them girls leave. It may be a little hatred the next time you bring another girl upstairs. That's what they don't.
Yeah.
They don't talk about that. They don't talk about when you the little side conversations that the security guards have downstairs when you bring multiple women upstairs. They don't talk about that. So yes, I mean, come on, man. I like to keep it 100.
You being honest?
You
You being honest?
you
Yeah.
you're you have you, if you have it, there's always a catch. There's always a catch. There will be trials and tribulations while you're having a good time. As long as you're okay, like Kyle, one of my good friends, Kyle, shout out to Kyle, um, one of my good
Yeah, that's my
buddies who,
partner.
um,
Kyle crazy.
yeah, if you got it. If you got it and you don't care about throwing the bread around, you're gonna have a blast. But just know that there's always a catch to everything you do. For example, let's say you want to catch an Uber in Nairobi. You can't just freaking put your destination into that Uber, press the submit button, and expect your Uber to come to you and you're going to be just fine. No, they're going to hit you up on a personal message and be like, hey, where are we going? And say you're going let's say you're going to a place that may be a little far, or maybe like 9 or 10 minutes away, and it's not 3 to 4 minutes. He's going to cancel. So a lot of times you're going to be downstairs in your apartment with your girl trying to go to a location, and you can't get no Uber driver to accept your trip. And then let's say you do get an Uber driver to finally accept your trip. He might say, when you get into that Uber, he might say, hey, before I start the trip, can you give me 200 shillings? 200 shillings, I think, like I don't know, I don't think it's a dollar.
I
Let's say you
didn't have that experience. What I learned with that, I was like, just I turned to um cash payment. A lot of them don't have, like, they literally don't have the gas money. So sometimes I got over with my girlfriend and they fucking cancel, try to overcharge her. I reported them real quick and I reported their ass and they got banned from Uber. But not all of them, but a good like 40-50% that try that, they don't have the cash to literally go. So they want a cash payment and you pay with M-Pesa. So I learned once I changed the cash payment, it got a lot easier. Just, but you can continue though.
and don't be in a rush to go anywhere. Don't be in any rush to go anywhere because, hey, let's say you go to the airport and your vacation is over. You spent your 2 weeks in Nairobi. Your Uber driver may stop at the gas station and grab a meal before he goes to your flight could be at 3. Your flight could be at 3 p.m. You call an Uber at 1:30 thinking you on time. Your Uber driver picks you up after messaging you on the side saying,
Uh,
hey, this and that. And then he may stop and get a bite, or he may stop and go fill his tank up before he even hops on the road. So it's just the small things that Master Rum likes to tell everybody that a lot of people skips. Everyone, if you go on YouTube and you type in freaking Nairobi, a whole bunch of just, yeah, you're going to get here, you're going to do that. No, let's talk about the real of it. It's great. Yes, there's small little catches that you're going to go through being here in Africa.
Hey, you definitely passed the buck right now. And after now, we only reading super chats right now. Only reading super chats. Keep them likes up and pass it to Buck, man. What you gotta say, Buck?
I would say, man, this shit exists everywhere. Like even in Panama, like when I was there, because I had a local with me, and I thought at first he was genuine. I was like, damn, this dude showing me around his city and all that, and okay, he cool and all that. But then a couple hours in, he hit me with a price. I was like, God dang. I was like, okay. So I'm just saying, like, this should exist everywhere. So if you really want a genuine, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. If you want a genuine connection, go to a place where people don't need money like that. Go to like developed nations, and you can like really see who they are. You see what I'm saying? It's like that's the only way you will find a genuine kind of connection. And I would say, have you tried South Africa? Because they got money out there. Have you tried South Africa? SA?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Never been there.
Okay. So the point I'm trying to say is like it's you just got to go to locations where if you're looking for genuine connection, get a go to a location where the people or that person doesn't need money and is already doing good. And I would say it's like you is like because you're American, so it's like you should when you go to hang in these parks, you should hang out with the upper echelon of Africans. And I hate to come off as classes, but you should be with the upper echelon of Africans. That way, those people that have their own money, and it's gonna be there. It's more of a gonna be a genuine connection. You see what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can't because like, and I don't blame the poor dudes because like they literally don't make money all day, and it's like they get by hustling. But if you want that genuine connection, go to the classes where the people don't really need money, you know. So start looking, because as soon as you walk in, they say, "Oh, this dude is from America." You know, because you talk about white folks, they even hit white folks with the prices. Don't get me wrong. There's a reason why they might treat them better and all that, because like they're doing it for a reason. It's like they charge them higher price. They charge them Mzungu price. Mzungu means the white man in Swahili. So it's like, so they charge them that extra price. So it's because they know to have money. So if I were you, I would be like, man, just start looking at. I mean, I don't want to come off of his classes, but like, it, you gotta start looking in the right places, bro.
Okay, I respect that. Thank you for
It,
that
it's
advice.
it's you see what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's like I got hit on Panama with that shit, because like I said, it's like I thought it was my driver. I thought he was cool. He was showing. I thought he wasn't my driver, but he's a dude I met in Panama. I thought he was cool. I was like, show me around your city and all that. He was like, oh, cool, man. Man, I'm gonna show you my country. I'm gonna show you a good time, bro. Couple hours after we did the thing, we went over the city and all that, tours and all that. He hit me with a price, and I thought it was like just a genuine thing, but he hit me with a price. Just expect it's the way it is in these countries. It's like I wouldn't single out Africa, because it's like it's most of these developing
So,
countries. It's
so let me get this straight, Buck, and I appreciate everything that you just said because you're right. But let me get this straight. The whole point of this live is to just shine light that Africa is just like every other continent, because a lot of African Americans, a lot of people who's been contacting me, especially after the last interview that I did with GMT, a lot of people have been messaging me thinking that Africa is going to be something special, like just like how I thought. They think that when they get to Africa that they're not, and they're black, that they're not going to experience extortion. They think that they're not going to get to Africa and experience the random BS. And all I'm saying is Africa is just like every other continent. Just because you're African American or African Canadian or whatever you are, you're black, don't think that you're going to come to Africa and think that shit is sweet. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that yeah, I'm saying that the third world countries or the developing countries in Africa are the same style as every other third world country around the world. That's all I'm saying.
Right,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can understand that.
I agree with that 100%. It's like that's my main point is. I feel like guys in this space, they kind of like there's some anti-African dudes in this space that be like, oh man, I'm not going to Africa. They treated it. But then these are the same ninjas that go to Medellin and get drugged and scoped and robbed and all that. You see what I'm saying? It's like you just gotta
And
have
you know
your
what?
guards up.
But everywhere, bro, you saying exactly right. I feel like in Africa space now, I feel like it's no in between. It's the dudes who just be.
I think he's cutting off. I think he's cutting off. But
I
I
can hear you.
can you hear him?
I can hear you. I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear him. I think his internet is kind of choppy.
Okay.
Um, until yeah, so we'll wait until he come. Okay, so I'll just say this, man, until he comes back. Like, like I said, it's like there's some dudes in this space, like, and who got on BMT's lives who said Africa this, Africa that. Oh, we get scammed. Oh, this, that, and the third. Like I said, then they go to Latin America and experience robberies and drugs and killing and all that. And I'm like, yo, it's this shit exists everywhere. You should always your due diligence everywhere. You should always use street smarts everywhere. It's be expected. No matter if you come from the States or Europe or Canada or Australia, these developed countries, even Africans themselves that were raised in those countries or born and raised in those countries, when they go back home, they get hit with prices. They get hit with gringo prices. They get hit with Mzungu prices. So
Yeah.
it's so it's not just directed at one group of people. It's directed at all groups because they know it's like even the Africans when they go to like Europe, when they go to UK and all that, and when they coming back home, they're like, oh, give us money, give us money. Like they're expecting like money grows on trees, but they don't understand people live on paycheck to paycheck in the West. You see what I'm saying? So it's everywhere. Like I was saying to you, is like maybe it's the group of people you're meeting. Maybe you should do like a like expand to other groups, like the upper echelons. Maybe it's the places you're hanging out at. Maybe it's the type of people. You see what I'm saying? It's like you have American passport, so you're automatically in the top 5%, top 10% in Kenya. So I would expect to be around the top 10% of Kenyans. That's what I'm saying. Not saying that not saying I'm not trying to call them off as classes, but maybe if you're trying to find more of a genuine connection, it's like I would say it's like you can't be bailing out a chick from in a village with a net worth of 50 cents. You see what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
get you that Kane women like who has who's a doctor or a lawyer who has a shit together. Instead of that, you see what I'm saying? Then it's gonna be more kind of organic. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But you dropped a lot of game on your last live. I definitely took notes. Definitely because I had a bad Belize trip but mostly it was due to me being in those tourist areas. So, but that was last live. This live is different. Like I was saying, it's like just like I said, expand your groups, your social network in these places. Try other parts. Maybe meet new people. You know,
Yeah.
but always expect that the thing in Africa is like, and this is common, pay for play is so common, bro, that over there, African dudes, they don't even spit game. It's like they rely on paying the chicks either indirectly or directly. Like you see what I'm saying? It's like they never worked on their personalities to get chicks. Like
Right.
the swag and all that. It's not. It's over there. It's like attracting the chicks with money, resources, or lifestyle. That's why it's like Nigerians are known for that. And GMT would tell you when they go to South Africa, they kind of go big over there. Same thing in Kenya. So that's the thing. It's like you're coming into a different culture of impressing. It's just the way how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ed G said gatekeepers on a walk of shame. That's why they call pay for play. It's only the girl that want to get paid. I feel you. I don't know what you mean, but yeah.
Yeah,
Playboy, but hey, shouts out to Ed G, bro. Ed
yeah.
G, shouts out to you, bro.
Malik said is embedded in the culture. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's it's like it's a culture of how would I say? It's like the guys are not used to, like I said, talking to women like that, spitting game, making women laugh, working on their personalities just to get women. Over there is like the African dudes. They take shortcuts, and
But, you,
that's
but,
paying the chicks sometimes indirectly or indirectly. That's what I was saying. It's like
but I will say this though, I do have like local friends, a lot of places I go, and I feel like we operate from a place of money and privilege. So for us, it's kind of cool, easier. But I met like local Kenyans, and got a simp to get girls. Oh, I was in a Ghana WhatsApp group one time, and they be simping to get it for free. So it's just like America, but we're coming at that. A lot of us not used to be in that position. We're coming at that privileged position where we're getting all the girls, the love, with not the fake love, but at the same time they want something from us. So they see us, they look up to us. But the local dudes who got no money, they got to simp. They gotta do all that stuff to get girls. You know what I'm saying? For us, you know what I'm saying. And for me personally, the way how I live in Nairobi, my Atlanta, when I was in Atlanta, they do the same thing, just cost more. They be on Instagram all day, calling girls on Instagram, but they be wanting more money. But the same thing though, so just it's just different strokes, but it's kind of the same thing too. But I think the biggest difference I think I see is they have a weak government, so like they need money. They need money. Like a lot of my homeboys who love South Africa and don't like Kenya, they're like they beg too much in Kenya. And after me being here long enough, I'm like they really be fucked up, bro. They really it kind of to the naked eye it'd be like they beg, but like they don't get paid nothing, bro. Like you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can have like you think they get paid, but they don't be get paid nothing. And then the cost of living is going high. So that's what I'm saying. Everything's about money, even when it's not like in South Africa. The cost of living is so low, but they get a good job, they get paid well. That's why South African chicks don't beg. Because when they get a good job, they're good. They don't need it.
Yeah,
Kenya, you can
yeah,
get a good job. They be having good jobs in Kenya and still be, you know what I'm saying? Like the police officers, all they got is their power.
yeah,
So they be trying to hustle their power. And
yeah,
you American, so I'm gonna hustle my power off you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
so, so it's crazy, bro. But I definitely see where Master I'm coming from and Buck.
yeah. And what 100% on that one. And it's like I was saying earlier, I was watching a video, matter of fact, of this white dude in Mombasa. He was expecting the chick. He was expecting to get it for free ski. But the next morning, the chick hit him up with a price, and they got into it, and the chick start causing like commotion, like it's drama. And next thing you know, cops, the whole village came, and she was hitting the dude, and the cops was called, and he had to pay like a even extra price than the original price. So you see what I'm saying? So it's happening to them. It's just that you don't hear about them like that. Because they usually keep their L's low, like they take their L's and they just move on, but they just don't ever come back to that country. But yeah, it also happens to them. Trust me, I'm telling you, Cane women are equal opportunistic. They're the same way. They do it to their local man, they do it to everybody, and it's like I was saying, it's like you just got to try out different areas, go to like upper class areas, see if you can meet the right people. Maybe you just got into the wrong group of people. It's like you can't generalize a whole country based on one bad experience. It's like me going to Compton Compton and saying, "Hey, Compton is like the whole states." So you gotta expand your whole options, and like diversify. What I'm trying to say is like diversify the types of people you'll meet and all that. If so, that's the thing, is like if you want genuine connection, that's the only way you can do it, man. It's
And
diversifying.
I'm be real
Yeah,
with you, bro. Austin and Kid Greatness, bro. They be getting them non-pro groupies in Nairobi, bro. I feel like they mastered that lane. And if you drop enough Kenya videos and you get that Kenya wave, they're not promoting Kane for no reason, bro. They getting love, bro. His TikTok, they TikToks and they followers don't even it be mostly Kenyans and Americans now. Like you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta you get on their wave, bro. Me and Austin we hang out, bro. He get groupies, bro, off YouTube, bro. When I first heard, I'm like, what? Like in South Africa, that would never happen. Off YouTube, bro. Off showing love to Kenya. So it's definitely a non-pro wave, and he invited me to like a pop-up gym party once. Easy non-pros, bro. Like bad. So Nairobi is different lanes, bro. It's definitely different lanes and different classes. So you got to kind of find your class there. Mombasa is a historically pro area. So you can consider Mombasa and Nairobi a different country on that level, but Nairobi you just got to know where to go at. It's different lanes. So even I'm be with you. Kid Greatness and Austin put me on some shit though. I can't lie, bro. On a non-pro tip because I keep a few non-pros, but I prefer semi-pros. That's why it don't bother me that much in Nairobi. but it is a big non-pro land out there, bro. But you got to know where they go at and stuff, and you just got to take your time and you know what I'm saying, and get in the groove. And I think you would be good, bro. And go to South
Sir.
Africa, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Go to
thinking
South
about,
Africa, bro.
but and
Huh?
I'm gonna say this: if you are white and you're watching this, you need to get your ass in Mombasa. Go to the right now as we speak. And I feel like remember how we used to go to like Sasua and we used to go to Cartagena. We used to see like that one little white boy, and we used to be like, man, like he ain't really gonna get no love or whatever. That's how it is here. I feel like I'm just a walking stone. If you go when you come to Mombasa, you need to go to, if you white and you want to come to Mombasa, you need to take your ass to the Big Tree beach bar, and it's just filled with a bunch of beautiful chocolate women looking for white men.
See,
Um,
yeah.
But
See. This is
you
why I
go
say
ahead, Buck. I got you, Buck. Go ahead.
go ahead. Oh yeah. So this is why I say every man's circumstances is always going to be different. You see what I'm saying? You said, like for example, you said Belize was one of your favorite places, and it was my worst places. So, like I said, everybody is gonna have different circumstances. It's like we all gonna have different experience. Some guy might like this place, others might like this place, and unfortunately for you, Kenya is not working out for you. So it's like, you see what I'm saying? It's like me personally, I had my best experience in Peru. Because like over there is like if you're talking about genuine connection and relationship wise from the chicks, you can actually find relationships out there. But the thing is, they're not gonna be the chocolate sisters. What are you looking for? You know, but they're open. Like I said, it's like they open to date foreigners out there, and it's like it's genuine. You know, as long as you know you providing for her and all that, it's more of an organic chemistry thing where and some of these other places, the chicks are automatically going to hit you up with a price and this, that, and the third. And, you know, because I used to be the same guy. Like, I used to be into the sisters, the chocolate sisters, until I really started diversifying. I'm like, why am I just restricting myself to one group of women when I can, you know, just taste all the flavors in the world? And, you know, you see what I'm saying? So that's why it's like sometimes you just got to expand your options and just start looking and you know keep an open mind. That's what it is. Mombasa, I will say this: Mombasa is a big pay for play city, bro. It's is a big, it's you'll see it. It's like you'll see like a 65 years old white dude from Denmark with a 19 years old, you know,
yeah,
Kenyan chick. You know, so it's you know it's a different environment out there, you know.
Hell yeah, but hey, but we can't forget this too though. Sasua was a white boy manga spot. We just took it over. This we can't forget that though. Sasua was created for like the Israel people after war, the Jewish people after war, and that was their territory. We just took it over, and they moved somewhere else. They moved to Bukachika or something. You know what I'm saying? So Mombasa is just the same thing, but not enough black dudes came to take it over, and they've been coming here for a long time. So you know what I'm saying? And it's no jobs out there though. I went out there one time. I met some girls, and they were like, "Yeah, all they do is just wait around hoping their white boyfriend calls them." It's no. So I said. I tell everybody, you can't judge Kenya off Mombasa. And actually, a lot of people who love Nairobi don't like Mombasa. Austin, Bobby, they don't like Mombasa at all. At all.
yeah,
If you go back to if you go back to the videos on YouTube, go back to the videos on YouTube. If you scroll down long enough, they're like, ugh, I don't like it here. He goes off, bro. He don't like it. Both of them don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So there's different strokes. He's got nowhere to at, and it's different. That's why Africa's a big continent in different areas, in different tribes, and different things going on, and try them all out. And what I try to let people know is it's different vibes. You got to find your vibe in Africa because it's totally different. Because for me, Rwanda chicks to me are the complete opposite from Kenya. about coming back. I'm gonna do this. I'm pass back the buck.
Yeah.
Rwanda chicks, they act shy, but they be feminists. They be feminists. They act shy. They be feminists. Kenyan chicks will talk more. Nairobi chicks will talk more. But if they in your pocket, they willing. They'll cook for you. They'll whatever you want to do. A Rwanda chick, she'll act shy. She still want money, but she's not gonna cook for you. She's not gonna do. Some chicks, they still want money. They still want smash, but they're not gonna do certain stuff for you too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I got,
So it's different. It's different. I'm a homeboy like Tanzania. It's like Mombasa, but if you get a non-pro, it's gonna take like 2 days of trying to get with her to meet her. But when you get her, she's real shy and she's gonna really, really be a good girl. Like my homeboy
I ain't
married
got
a
time for
Tanzanian
that.
chick, but it's gonna be a lot. But it's a lot of pros out there though. You gotta try South Africa, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna just take off to South Africa here. So I think I'm gonna take off on some random stuff and just throw some YouTube videos up for y'all.
Hey, bro, right now, bro, I think you need to do like I'm noticing all the big YouTubers, they doing 30-minute videos, bro. All the baby channels, they doing 8 minutes. All the new dudes doing 8 minutes. No, the big dogs, the chicks, the big dogs, they doing 30 minutes and up, bro. So if that's what you aiming for, I'm not trying to tell you what
Yeah.
to do, but if I was you, that's it. 30 minutes and
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. And I can
Nairobi, bro. And then
and
once you hit the Nairobi algorithm, go ahead, Buck.
go ahead, bro.
Now you good. You good. When you get the Nairobi algorithm, you get the algorithm, they gonna rock with you, bro. Once you get, they got their own little like YouTube algorithm. In Austin, them they caught it. That's why I don't. All they gotta do is talk. All they can do is show love to Kenya and be good. That see that being a YouTuber, I understand that right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be telling people like drop some Kenyan videos while you there. You see what I'm talking about. And people like check, they know that now. Like you getting that Kenya algorithm, bro. They like the biggest in Africa. They like one of the biggest countries with like to watch YouTube and be on social media. So
Mm.
once you get no algorithm, bro, you don't want them. You want them on your side, bro. You have it's a big fan base, bro, and that's why they walk around. That's why they love Kenya, bro. They get non-pros off YouTube, groupies. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. you
Hey,
and if you go ahead, huh?
while we here, I want to show y'all what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a shirt that says Ella Full Spot. That's in Hopkins, Belize. If y'all ever in Hopkins, Belize, and y'all don't go to Ella Spot, you tripping. Full Spot.
Yeah. This is the
That's
guy
an
that puts Belize on the map, man. That's what's up, man. Like I was saying, it's
Belize. Yeah, you got it, bro. You the Belize. Hey, for us, bro,
Belize
you
God.
the
You the
Belize
Belize
guy,
God,
bro.
man.
Everybody know you, bro.
Hey,
Belize God, bro. You gonna have to go back in the. Hey, they already know you from Belize, bro.
yeah. And now let me ask you this: did you get more of the organic or chemistry out there in Belize, or what?
Man, I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you right now. I actually thought about flying to Belize because everybody been telling me to go to South Africa. I actually thought about going to Belize, man. Belize, you're gonna get a bunch of organic, real love. I'm telling you. And I think that's what kind of fucked it up for me with Africa is because when you go to the Caribbean, when you go to Belize, you get genuine love. I can't tell you how much dudes and how much females I done met ain't asked me for a dime. Ain't it was just real love. Just like, hey, look, go here. Matter of fact, look, you got a car? Oh nah. Hey, hold on. Let me hop in the car with you real quick. Let me take you down here. I genuinely want you to experience Believe. You in Hopkins for how long? You in for a week? Oh my God. Hey, he's in Hopkins for a week. Hey, come with us real quick. Let's take him to this bar right here. Belize, you're going to get real love. I got a video dropping maybe tomorrow. I think I'm going to drop it tomorrow. Tune into that video. It's going to be fire.
You
That's
see
what's up.
that?
That's what.
You see what,
Hey,
what,
you
what
better
I'm
drop
saying?
spot. I'm watching.
He put him Belize on the. Hey, That's QB said Peru got him. Yeah, bro. I've been saying this is like Peru is like if you a clean cut brother, proper, like you'll find organic love out there. If it's not the place for pay for play and all that. If you're looking for pay for play, you'll be disappointed. And there's been many content creators that went over there for pay for play. You'll be disappointed. If you're looking for organic, even Austin Holloman did good well over there. I'm surprised because he had a little baddie indigenous looking Peruvian women out there. I'm surprised because he was digging him. So that's one of the areas where guys can focus on. But Africa is like, yo, unless you really tapped in with the locals and you in the right groups and you know the right people, that's the only way you can possibly get organic chemistry. Even bro, this shit like I was saying, this shit applies to everywhere, bro. Like I've been thinking, cause like Colombia, how many shit have we like? There's a lot of shit always coming on from Colombia. Colombia is home to the place where Timothy Reed got deleted. You see what I'm saying? He was trying to buy property out there in Colombia, in Barranquilla, and they just the locals and they just deleted him just like that. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's I'm saying it's like it's not just the African thing, but it's like pretty much it's like all around the world. You just gotta find the right one, bro. There's like 4 billion women out around in this world. It's like you telling me you can't find one that's you'll find like genuine connection with. You see what I'm saying? It's like there has to be like one.
Who's this?
So I agree. I agree with Malik. Malik said this is a global thing. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, bro. This
Who,
is a
who is Nobel War Prize? Who is that?
He said
who's
Cat Peru is one of the biggest pay for play I know local there, and they have
nah
legalized brothels.
nah. Okay. So I've been there. It's not out there like in Medellin or Cartagena or DR, Susu or Thailand. It's not like out there. You literally got to be looking for it out there to even find those places. So it's not like for example, Kennedy Park in what is it? Miraflores used to be like a big mongering place, but then the country came down and they banned that shit. So you're not gonna find it as much. So like I was saying, like I agree with Malik Foster travels. It's like this shit is like a global issue. It's becoming the women are kind of following the American mindset here in the States. They're saying, hey, take me to a dinner date. 300 average dinner date cost is like $300 right now. And you might get a hug at the end of the night or a kiss or you might smash. You're taking you're taking a risk. You see what I'm saying? So it's
Man.
it's a different mindset. Yeah, QB passport flexing. Yeah, P for P is legal in Peru, but the thing is, it's not out there like that, like in Pattaya, Thailand, Sasua, DR, or Medellin. You see what I'm saying? It's like you literally got to look for it. That's why you know content creators they go over there and they literally go to those spots. So
Yeah. And you know what? You know what I didn't know as well. Speaking on like the whole Kenya thing, I didn't know that Kenya is an actual verified pay for play for ugly. Well, I'm sorry. This is live. I didn't know that Kenya was a pay for play area for, how do I say this? Like,
older guys is
no, like fat white girls. I didn't know that. Like
oh yeah.
some Kenya dude, some Kenya dude told me today, like, yo, Mombasa is like the Cartagena of fucking
Yeah.
Kenya for white
Yeah,
girls.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I seen when
I
I
told you,
flew,
bro.
I know when I flew, I was on my flight and I was like, man, there's a bunch of little plumpies on this flight. I was like, man, like what's going on? Like it was a bunch of little outcasts. And When I landed in Nairobi, I seen all them get off, and they was going to the connecting flight to Mombasa. I said, man, well, maybe they going for the beach. And
I
King,
told you about it. I told you, bro.
they nah, they going to my. But it's funny how women, they do a great job at keeping like their like sex tourism locations very like quiet. You know what I mean? Because like you have to really research or be in Kenya to know that that is a sex capital for women. Like you have to
Yeah,
be to know that. Other than that, like you wouldn't know that. Like everyone
yeah,
knows about Maya. Everyone knows about Medellin, Cartagena, Sosúa. Like everyone, but you don't know about
yeah,
that. They do a really
yeah.
good job on the low.
They keep that. That's the difference. They keep that hidden. The thing is, like a lot of guys don't understand is a lot of females when they travel, they really literally be getting it in. The difference is they keep that shit hidden. They keep that shit to the grave. That's the main difference. See, us dudes, we go to these spots and we brag about it. Looks max and oh, we get all these chicks and oh, I got receipts and all that. Us guys, we're kind of like that. Where chicks, man, they go to all these spots, Jamaica, yeah, Mozambique, Seychelles, Singapore. They getting dicked down by tourist dudes and the local dudes, and you never hear about it. Never. They keep that shit all the way through
Yeah,
the grave,
yeah,
bro. They even keep that shit hidden from their husband. Like they say, the guy they trying to marry after they got ran through. They
Yeah,
even keep that shit hidden from them. So that's the main difference. Us dudes, it's like we always want to. I feel like we always want to brag against other dudes, receipts this, receipts that, and all that. Meanwhile, these chicks are doing the same thing, and they barely even show it. That's why. That's why. Like, here's the thing. That's why. Have you ever seen when these chicks be going to Dubai, Houston, Atlanta, and all that? When they in dinner dates, they only post the meal, but they don't post the dude. They don't. They
man.
don't.
If
They don't post the dude.
I go right now, I'm from California. I know a lot. If your chick tell you that she's going to Dubai, you're done. If your chick tell you she going to Dubai, Jamaica, or Mombasa, you're done. Because they got this little, and that shit going viral too right now. There's like this little hidden like dirt massage that they do in fucking Jamaica, and it's like some Jamaican dude on like a boat. It almost looks like the Venice. You guys know where Venice is in Italy?
yeah.
Jamaican dudes, they be shirtless and they be bright like this little thing. And then after the end of the tour, at the end of the tour, they give them like a naked fucking Jamaican sand massage. And they said that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
Hey,
yo,
hey, Master Rum, you. Okay, since you brought up Belize earlier. When I was out there, man, let me tell you this. I literally saw with my own eyes a suburban looking white chick that you never see with a black dude was in Belize with one of the local dudes. I swear, bro. I was like, bro, this dude would literally talk. He spit in his game, talk to her, bro. They were literally holding hands, and I could tell he was a local because of just the way he was dressed and all that. And she was the most suburban looking white chick that you never see with a black dude. She was out there in Belize doing the same thing. I'm telling you guys,
oh yeah,
these chicks, they get down. They get down abroad
But,
and
bro,
they never show.
I work with a Honduras dude. He got an apartment. He built an apartment complex on that island off of Honduras. He was telling me how he be smashing like tourist chicks and stuff. So I already know, and I heard the stories. But I'm passing my homeboy, Foster Travels. What you gotta say with this player?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Master Rum, I understand your experience because, you know, Africa is sold to Black Americans as this Black utopia, but what we don't understand is uh things aren't like how it is in the United States, like during the good days, right? And that's the feeling that we think we're gonna get when we get to Africa. Like, okay, the feminism isn't as strong, this isn't as bad, it's more of a patriarchal society. It's not matriarchal like in the United States. They don't cater to the women, the men win. But it's really a global issue. Like, really, women all over the world kind of get what's going on with social media and with the rising costs of everything, like such as COVID that affect pricing. So what I'm saying is it's a global issue. Women around the world aren't going to really show genuine love because if you think about it, in the United States, a lot of guys are in transactional marriages, man, where they're not even getting sex, they're not getting love. And if you take that money away, she's gone, bro. And we
Yeah.
see it. Like when women have the power to do so, they divorce at a high rate and they're gone. So just imagine if African women can do that. They do the same thing because women are still women at the end of the day. But I think as a whole, as a group, the people just look at you as a golden ticket, because America was sold to them as a dream too. So on their side, they got a dream of America like, oh, the white picket fence, the two cars, the house, the dog. They think every average American, pretty much 90% of us, and those who are traveling over there got it like that, which isn't the case. America has changed. It's not like that anymore. So I think we were both sold dreams on both ends. The media did a number on both sides when it comes to Africans and Black Americans on each side. And especially for us, we were sold that Pan African dream, like that Black utopia. And it's really not that case. It is a beautiful place, but I think it was just oversold on how like the love and the Black camaraderie is when it doesn't exist.
Can I can I ask you a question, Malik? And I like talking to you because every time I talk to you, it's real. So can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
My question is this: have you ever had a genuine friend in Africa, and have you had a genuine Airbnb host? Have you had a genuine anybody in Africa that you can trust?
Yeah, yes. Like I said, it's gonna be in the minority of case because they look at you as this rich tycoon who can do whatever, but it does exist. It's just rare. At the end of the day, even in America, most people are trying to use you for something. I mean, there's a bunch of, especially in a black family, there's always like, oh, these people, they only call when they want something, blah, blah, blah. It's a global thing. Everybody goes through it. All groups go through it. And, since we're black, we have a different perspective on it. But yeah, everybody goes through that, man. But you can meet genuine relationships and friendships. It's just that it might not be maybe from the woman that you would like that 10. You're not going to get a genuine relationship from a dime piece. Like that just rarely happens unless you find her in a village. Like you have to go to the villages or the countryside or the outskirts of any country and outside the major cities to typically find large groups of genuine love and people that might not be after your money. They might actually like you for you, think you're smart, intelligent, and capable of taking care of them. Not like, oh, I need this, I need that, but they expect you to reciprocate it though. I mean, all women expect something. They expect something. They expect you to love. If they don't want your time and money, they definitely gonna want like maybe children from you, a marriage from you. They're gonna want something if we're talking about women. And the guys, they're gonna want what they want. They're gonna want some job, help. They'll probably help you out when they can, but it's gonna be a more mutual exchange with men, unless they're schemers, scammers, and thieves.
So you basically what y'all saying is I need to just Master Rum just needs to level up. I need to just level up and just realize what the realization is and just level up. That's basically what y'all saying.
What I'm saying is it's everywhere and you can get what you want, but it's not gonna be how it was sold to you in Africa.
Okay.
That's just the real. Because if you have that high expectation on any country, I think it's going to disappoint you. Like Colombia, everybody's like, yeah, there's bad women, but there's also negatives like the drugging, the crime, the safety. Like that's a big negative. Like I don't care how people say, well, the women are so bad. Like you could get dime pieces in the United States. You can get dime pieces in any country you want. A lot of countries have beautiful women.
When you talk about the drugging too, just by the way, Belize, you ain't got to worry about that. Belize, there's no drugging, there's no none of that. Belize is authentic love, affection, and passion. You ain't got to worry about getting drugged. I didn't went to sleep with my camera on the couch. I didn't woke up. My camera was still there. The house was clean. Go to Belize. If y'all watching this, go to Belize.
And you got me wanting to go to Belize and check it out myself, man.
Hey, go to Dangriga. When you get to Belize, go to Dangriga. Go to the culture capital of Belize, which is Dangriga.
Yeah, I was also gonna say, Master Rum, to you, the culture is different in Africa. Like the men that they deem are good usually lead with their wallet and usually lead a certain way. So they expect that from a foreign guy bare minimum. So they don't expect that game, the stuff we're used to in the West. You know what I mean? They expect support, they expect love, they expect maybe if they don't want money from you, they expect different stuff that you might be willing to provide or not willing to provide. So a lot of African guys, like money is king over there. So, that's what they're used to. So I can't fully blame them if that's what they're used to because we're used to the opposite, right? So can we say that what we're doing is wrong? You know what I'm saying? So,
What's this guy say? Been in
oh, that
Africa,
was Tanzania, Tony.
been in
Oh, he
Africa.
loaned you 12K. That's what's up, man. Yeah, exactly. There are good people in Africa. I know a lot of the beggars and the downtrodden and the people who are just broke. They outweigh the people who have money because there's a lot of people that are broke. Like just take Kenya, their GDP is only 100 billion. Black Americans, their spending power is 1 trillion. Come on, how can we compare that? That's crazy. And that's just black Americans. Let's not even include white Americans or the rest of America. Like that's crazy work right there. So I think we just need to put everything in perspective and realize these people are legitimately broke, even if they're scheming, scamming, or begging or whatever they're doing. They're
Yes,
legitimately
they are.
broke and they really need help. And they see you
Bro,
as
and
a
my
golden
homeboy
ticket, man.
Tanzania Tony, that's my player partner, bro. We started YouTube together to get monetized. And he was in South Africa. He hated it, bro. And he found his place in Tanzania and got married, had a kid, and found his place. He don't like Kenya and he don't like South Africa at all. And he went to Tanzania and he fell in love. You know what I'm saying? He got a family,
I
everything.
get I get why
So
he
yeah,
likes it though, because most black men are conservative. Like when we're serious, we want a conservative woman, most of us, and you can get that in Africa way easier than Latin America. If we just talking about women and forgetting all this other real
oh,
love, fake
now
love,
you talking.
transactional love stuff, you can get what you want in Africa a lot easier. That's why I love it personally. Like forget all things. Let's say everything's equal, but where can I get what I want? Like I don't care like if they love me for me or transaction. What can I get where I want? That's what I'm after. Like in Africa, it seems easier. Latin America, it's like, oh my God, it just feels like it's just a bunch of whores running around. Like they don't even hide it. Africa, at least they try to be shy and hide it, and they don't want you to know because if you know, you're gonna feel different about it. So at least they have that respect. And Latin America, they don't care. You're just a gringo. They don't give a crap. Like I just feel like they're like, hey, you gonna set me for me or what? At least in Africa, they try to disguise it, dress it up a little bit. They try to hide their dirty laundry. In America, in my experience, that stuff just all out there. DR is, I hate to say it, but that island is just
Bro,
it's
their
very
culture based on
liberal.
being pros, bro. That's
Like,
their culture. Their culture is pros, bro. That's their culture. Get them
yeah,
likes
yeah,
up.
exactly. I don't like that culture, man. So
Their culture, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
African culture more so in terms of family building and nation building compared to Latin America. It's totally different. And plus, they speak more English in Africa than they do in a lot of these Latin American countries, so I can connect easier. And they like Black American culture too a lot too.
That's why y'all need to take y'all to Belize because you get the Caribbean, Colombian, Latin. You get all that in one, but they speak English.
Bro, you got to do South Africa and Tanzania too to get your African street cred up. And then going to the police, you would talk that shit because you didn't know, like, oh, you've been to Tanzania, you've been to South Africa. You know what I'm saying? You get your African street cred. You've been to Kenya. So you gotta get your African street cred out of these streets. When people see you
I
went to
love
Tanzania
Tanzania.
and fucking South Africa and then go back to Belize, people like, oh, all right, I can listen to you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your African street cred out, bro.
Hey, that's too easy. Look, you motivate. Look, I might be in South Africa tomorrow. Now, look, I might be in South Africa tomorrow. Who knows? They got straight.
Ooh,
They got straight flights from Mombasa. I already checked them out. They got straight flights from Mombasa all the way to Joburg.
Well, if you want to stop in Tanzania, they got some of the best food in Africa, in my humble opinion. So you can stop there, grab some lunch for a few days, enjoy some of those Tanzanian delights that they have to see. You know, the women, if you know what I'm talking about, and yeah, head on down to South Africa after that
Yeah,
because
I
they
gotta,
also
I gotta get out of
speak Swahili too, so it's different.
I got to get out of Mombasa, man. I got to go. I feel like I said before. I feel like y'all remember being on the beach in Hollywood Beach, and y'all laying down, and y'all see that little white boy, and y'all see just everybody looking at him like, oh yeah, we're about to scope him. I swear to God, for the first time ever being in Mombasa, I felt like I don't even know how to describe it. When I'm talking about all these chocolate girls walking into the bar and they not even giving me a second look. I'm talking about dudes walking around stomach hanging out their neck and they look and I'm just like, yo, hello, I exist. I'm like, man, I gotta leave Mombasa, man. I gotta go.
because they all about money, bro. They don't know because that's their hustle out there, but they have there's no jobs in Mombasa, bro. I won't help you understand Mombasa, bro. It's no jobs, bro. Like none, zero. So and then the black dudes be wanting for free off the low. So the only hustle is the white boys. That's the only hustle. So I kind of understand where they're coming from their point of view. Because the local dudes, they still rock the local dudes, but they not give them nothing. They like just like when I'm in Colombia, the local dude who finna hit the chick for free after me, he has to wait and see if I don't pay, if I don't want her, and then he gonna hit for free because she wants to do with money first. And then do it for free. Got to wait around and play game and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Because that's you know what I'm saying. I experienced that in Colombia, bro. I had a party, and the chick and the local dude was rubbing her feet. My home was like, "I want you now," and she left with him right there because she know he paying, and not because she liked him more. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's it's like you know what I'm saying. It's the money and simps, bro. That's like the it is what it is, bro. But Mombasa is a historic. I tell people this shit. I'm a sailor, bro. I'm a sailor, bro. I'm on a ship right now, bro. I can show you the ocean right now. Mombasa is a historically manga area, bro. And black dudes never came there, bro. Never came there. So you going to Sasua without black dudes like taking it over. That's Mombasa, bro. And then the black dudes, they're not gonna spend that much. They're not gonna outspend them. They too consistent. They got families out there. Girls own apartments because of them. I rented an Airbnb in the Emirates, one of the nice apartments, and she got it because she was married to a Italian dude that passed away. So they got history out there, bro, Mombasa, bro. Like families, successful because of them. It is what it is, bro. So even me, none of us like Mombasa, bro. It's like a 2 day spot. What's your Nairobi shit? You know what I'm saying? We don't even. So that's what I'm saying. So you spent 2 months. Mombasa ain't that, bro.
Yeah,
So I know why you.
Mombasa is
I know what.
definitely like a weekend vibe. Yeah, for sure, like a Thursday through Saturday, Sunday type thing.
Well, I
Sure.
got I got a I got a
Yeah.
twin video. I met some little nice little twin. I got a little twin video. I want to really tune into that. It's fire. I met fine ass identical twins. Bro, what y'all check that out?
Yeah, man. So who came in just now? What's up? What you gotta say?
Oh, P Dub, what's up, bro?
Yeah, Pete.
Yo,
What's up, player?
What's up, P
what's
Dub?
up? What's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
got
can
you.
hear
Yeah, you
you.
player.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. About time I finally connected, man. Shit. been having issues. But
It's all love. It's all love.
but yeah, man. So where we at, man? Because I was out for for a little bit, man. So where we at in the transition now in this talk?
Oh, yeah, we were just discussing the fake love in Africa, and Master Ron was just describing his experiences uh throughout his travels in Africa. I know he's in Kenya right now, so that's what we were discussing.
All right, so I'm gonna kind of give my experiences in terms of that. I feel what Rum is saying on that because a lot of the men in Africa they won't really like deal with you like on that, man. If it ain't really like on like a personal level, say like if they they giving you some shit like that. If you ain't really like showing like love like that, they kind of just they kind of frown on you a little bit. And then I've actually even had a couple of dudes like ask me for what I'm saying, like some money, and I'm just like, bro, I mean, I don't even you like that, dude, like you are cool, but it's just like, come on, man, like it's just it's different, man. The women, you can kind of understand that as far as them, man. Know, everywhere just gonna ask for money, man. This is what it is, man. With the women, Kenyan women is just, they just, so they just take that whole begging thing to a whole different level, though. It just makes you want to just go off on their asses.
Oh, that's Patrick. That's
That's what.
Patrick.
Yep,
That's,
yep.
That's
That's me.
Patrick. Oh
Yeah, that's
man,
me.
Yeah.
I know who he was. That's Patrick. Oh shit, that's what's up, player. All right, I got you. Keep going. Yeah, Patrick, what's up? Hey, Patrick. If y'all don't know Patrick, he started off in Kenya. Now he's a South African lover. Let y'all
Yeah,
know where he's staying at. That's where he's staying. No, that's my player partner right
Yeah,
there too,
man.
bro. He started off in
he
Kenya, but now he loves South
single-handedly.
Africa.
When I land in South Africa, the first girl that I meet, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, do you know who P Dub is?" Like that motherfucker is. When I see South Africa or when I think of South Africa, I think of this man right here. Like talking about,
Hey, Ron, man, hey, man, it's gonna be a nice change of pace for you, man. I think you're gonna enjoy SA, man. The only thing with SA is that, I mean, you a dude, man. You like genuine connections and everything, with the women and everything. So I think you'll really enjoy that part. Just don't step out into the other side. You know what I'm saying, and you'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean as far as that. But um, SA is pretty cool. Great infrastructure there. The only issue with SA, man, is that load shedding that they be having. But from my understanding right now, they kind of like back and forth with that. It's like some days they will have it, some days they won't. So when you look for a spot, I would actually look for a spot that's load shedding free. Um, you'll pay a little bit more money, for those, but that ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like comfortable. You don't want any like issues. You know what I'm saying, and everything. You don't want to be like chilling. The next thing you know, 9 or 10 o'clock at night, you're like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Power off. But it's cool. And to be quite honest, if you were reserved to a spot that had load shedding, you know what I'm saying, you chilling with a female anyway. I mean, you ain't gonna complain about that anyway. So so that's just what it is. But yeah,
okay, hey, well, I appreciate. Look, who's that? I'm quite sure you get way more fake love in America, Africa. Oh hell nah! Look, who's that? Zoe. Who? I'm gonna just say Tellywood. Bruh, I get more fake love in Africa. bro, I lived in America my whole life. I got more fake love in Africa in a month than I got in America 13 in 22 years. You get more fake love. I mean, can anybody attest to that? I got more fake love in Africa than I ever got in my life.
But Master
So
Rum,
so here
let me ask you a question.
so
Can
here's
you
the
get
deal.
what you want in America though? That's the question. Like I feel like you got to take the pros with the cons. Like for me in America, I can't get what I want. Like I might get more genuine like women
I'm
like me for me, but
this is
can I get what I want how I want it?
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. In the United States, you're going to get froggy motherfuckers, right? We all know that. You're going to get froggy motherfuckers in there. Excuse my language. You're going to get froggy people. But in the United States, kind of like what Buck was saying earlier, being that the people in the United States usually have a decent 9 to 5, that they got a little something coming in, you're going to get decent people sometimes. In Africa, what I'm saying is, even if I walk down the street right now and I go to the grocery store, and the average person, like you guys have all been saying, is they don't make it like that. So there's always going to be some kind of frail kind of conversation, whether it's, hey, I like your shirt, or you look like you play football. Because you play football, I'm going to take you to a safari tonight. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that. The average person in the U.S. is not just a sleazy. Let me. I'm not saying everybody in Africa is sleazy. I'm just saying the average person in the United States is not trying to get $1 out of you. The average person in the United States is not trying to take you to a fucking safari. I had to remove my fucking Tinder because every person I would match on Tinder was trying to get me to go into an Airbnb that their friend owns. And it's just like, damn, like, are you on Tinder to sell Airbnbs? Or are you on Tinder to
They're hustling, bro. You're the golden ticket. That's kind of like what I'm saying. Like in America, like the women have a lot of uh safety nets, bro. Like whether it's a man divorcing him, child support, food stamps, subsidized housing. In Africa, they're on their own, bro. It's dangerous. Like I was talking to a woman from Ghana, and she was telling me a story about she used to be a teacher, but she stopped because the guy who's married was trying to hit on her. He hit her and stuff. He wanted to be in a relationship with her. She refused. So even when they do have jobs, they gotta deal with that crap. And in America, if you doing that, you're done as a guy. But in Africa, if the
Going to
guy has
jail.
power or influence, he's good. He can keep his predatory behaviors. So it's like it's very dangerous. Like I get both sides. I get why they do it. They definitely should have a more decorum and a way they go about it. Some women are respectful about it, and some women are disrespectful about the money situation. And that's how I feel like women should handle it. Just be respectful. Like, hey, like they don't know how to explain stuff. Like I feel like more Americans wouldn't take it as like annoying begging if they just explain stuff was transparent. But instead, a lot of women, to your point, Master Rum, are running game and schemes. But there are genuine women that I've met that needed some help, and I didn't mind to help them. Maybe because when they need me, it makes me feel good. But that's just my thing. That's my thing. Other people is different. But they do genuinely need help. Even the ones that are running schemes and scams, they genuinely need help. They're just going about it the wrong way, you know? So hopefully that adds a little clarity to that point.
that makes sense. Then I can take that. That makes sense.
Because even if they do have a job,
It's
they're
I'm
getting
a,
beat, they're getting assaulted, all kinds of crazy things. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, P Dub.
no, my bad. What I was just gonna say, man, you just gotta play the game a little bit different, man, overseas, man. When dealing with the women and everything. It's just you automatically know in the States, I mean, women are definitely more honest in the States. You know what I'm saying? Because like what you're saying, Rom, and Malik, they the women have more safety nets. So they don't need to depend on you as the man, as you know what I'm saying, like they you know what I'm saying, do over in Africa. You know, as far as developing countries, that's just the way that the ball game goes. So what I do is that I'm just like, okay, so I know certain women are going to ask me for money, so I'm just going to just deal with the ones that I really want to just truly be with, the ones who I look at and I'm be like, okay, she is really, really, you know what I'm saying, you know, being like, you know, kind of real. She, you know what I'm saying, it seems like she's being more like genuine than a lot of these other women. So I kind of like prioritize, you know, the joints, just, you know what I'm saying, just like that. And you know, when I go over to, you know, to Kenya and everything, it's some real cool ones, man, you know, that I'm looking forward, to seeing and everything. So
Hey,
I think the best thing is that you kind of just keep the number small and everything, and you just kind of
it's
just, you know,
definitely
deal
better.
accordingly,
Hey,
you
man,
know.
Pat, man, you gonna be all right, bro. I know you love Kenya, bro. You know you changed to South Africa. I know you still love Kenya, but we got my homeboy, Tanzania Tony in here, bro. Just the dude, he don't like South Africa. He kind of like Kenya a little bit, but he fell in love in Tanzania and built his whole family and stuff, man. What's up, Playboy, man? He the vet. He got a family and stuff. What's going on?
My God, right here, my God, Tony.
What's going on?
What's up, Tony?
What's good, man? I heard Pat up here. I came to say what up, Pat, man. How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
Yeah.
What's up, Tony?
What's going on?
Tony, man, just a dude.
You want to say what's up, brother?
We just up here politicking, man. Yeah. So Tom, so just kind of break it down a little bit as far as, you know, experience being from when you left South Africa and you went to a Tanzania and everything. You know, of course, you know, me and Gooch, you know what I'm saying, know the background and everything, but just kind of, you know, break it down to, you know, Malik and Rum and everything.
I already spoke to Malik. I think the last time. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
How you doing, Tony?
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, I spoke to Malik, but
So
huh?
So Malik, so I'm one of the first few cats that actually told Tony about Tanzania, bro. Because based upon the issues he was having in that saying, and I was just kind of just listening to him. I was just like, he said he really didn't like westernized, you know what I'm saying, women. So I was like, okay, man. I was like, man, I think Tanzania would be kind of cool. He went to TZ, man, and the rest is history, man. Look at it, you know what I'm saying? Look at him now. So
No, what were y'all talking about? I was
just
doing. So
Oh,
what was the issue of or were you guys trying to get to the bottom of?
It was just
Um,
basic. It was just basically me, basically talking about bringing light to fake love in Africa and being about basically that, coming up as an African American, you're taught that Africa is the motherland and you're going to experience all this love. And I was talking about how I experienced nothing but fake love, nothing genuine. So a bunch of the brothers who jumped in, P-Dub and Malik, Gooch, of course, they was just talking about how to deal with the fake love and saying it's not necessarily the fake love. It's more of just women trying to figure out how to ask or how to get support, and some women going the right way about it and some women going the wrong way about it.
Okay, that's an interesting perspective. Would you say women in America are more genuine than women in Africa? Do women in America require less or require more of men financially? In your opinion, it's just all opinion based.
My opinion is, that's a good question. My opinion is, I feel like there's a bunch of my whole life I used to see Africans in the United States, and they all they used to make me feel bad, to be honest with you. Like a lot of Africans in the United States used to be like, oh, Black Americans, they don't know their culture, they don't know where they came from, this and that. And honestly, I used to feel a little bad about it, like, damn, you're right. And then when I finally, got older, started making my own money, and I started traveling the world, and I started to come to Africa, I start noticing that not only do Africans don't even really fuck with Africa like that, but a lot of Africans don't even really fuck with African Americans like that. And when I got to Africa, I experienced nothing but a bunch of fake love from Africans. So I was just, I was just, I was just in a mode recently to where I just feel like it's been just a fake vibe my whole life, because since I've been on Earth, a bunch of Africans would do anything to leave Africa, but they talk about us not liking Africa. But then when I come to Africa, they don't even treat me like a brother. Like everybody who calls, I told the African dude the other day, I said, stop calling me brother. He said, why? You're my brother. I said, my nigga, I'm not your brother. If I wasn't paying for the meal, I wouldn't be your brother. So they were just, that's basically been my struggle right now. Right now, I'm in Africa. I've been doing my African tour, and I just been feeling neglected, and I've been feeling a bunch of fake love from women and men.
Okay, I hear that criticism. So, would you say in America it's more genuine love from your black brothers? Would you say it's all good between brothers in America, or would you say, okay, what's the biggest threat to a black man in America, in your opinion? Do you think it's the white man?
That's a good question. I would say the biggest threat will be.
Be honest here. Come
No,
on.
no, no. You're right.
Yeah.
I would say black men play a huge part of being a threat. I will.
Okay, so the biggest threat to a black man in America is another black man. That's pretty much, most black men will agree with that across the board. But from what you're saying, they don't like you because you're American. I I was thinking that at first too, but it's just because you're not from their nation. Because let's say said person is talking to someone from Sudan, that person from Sudan wouldn't get more preference over you because they're Sudanese. You guys are both outsiders in a different nation. Locals get preference over outsiders. It's just what it is. And as far as like begging and shit like that, what country do you go to outside of Europe where people don't beg? I know if you're in Colombia, Cartagena, Mike Tyson, that's all you'll fucking hear all day. You know what I'm saying? My friend, you know what I mean? Fake love. So where have you seen real love in your travels?
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, there's a stigma, and there's a fake persona that you are safe in Africa, you're loved, but I'm saying I don't feel that love. Right. I haven't really experienced a lot of love around the world as a whole, including the United States. But what I'm saying is, there's a persona in Africa that you're a brother, and that people, because you're black, people will take care of you, and you're in the motherland. And really, I feel like the motherland is just like everywhere else.
I agree with you, but as far as the rhetoric, that's not the rhetoric I was told about Africa. I was told they're shooting blow darts. As soon as you get off the plane, there's going to be lions getting at you. You got to make sure you don't drink the water. It was just a bunch of precautionary things. I wasn't told about the beauty of Africa. I didn't even know Africa was as civilized as it was until I had boots on ground. There's I don't know what depiction what depictions have you seen of a positive Africa in America? America deters people from going to Africa. I never heard of come to Africa and feel all right. They talk about the slave colonies and feel all right. Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. America wants to keep you in the Atlantic slave trade bubble. They don't want you to leave that. So I never really even seen America telling people to go anywhere other than the Caribbean.
Jesse, what you think, Jesse? Jesse, what you think? Stephanie, that's Ghana. That's the Ghana dude, bro. Hey, Jesse, the king of West Africa in our world. In our world, bro, he loved Ghana, bro. Jess, what you think, bro?
Hilarious. Well, I'll say this. I mean, I can't discount the young brother's personal experience, you know. At the end of the day, I think each of our experiences are colored differently based on a number of factors. You know what I mean? It could be on us personally, on our views, how we may dress or behave. It's a lot of things that could go into it. To be honest with you, and for me, I don't really worry about stuff like that personally. The way I look at it is like, each of these countries that we go to, not only are they a huge country with millions of people, but they got, different tribes, so many different tribes in these countries. And so, what I would ask Master Rum, can you specifically tell me which countries do you feel like you experiencing this?
When I was in West Africa, when I was in Ghana, I felt um, I felt used everywhere I went. I didn't feel like a part. I had a bunch of people tell me, "Yeah, you're a brother. You're from Ghana. You are you. I can tell you're from Ghana." And then it was just a bunch of bullshit. When I was in when I was in Egypt, I felt a bunch of fake bullshit, like where it was just like, "Hey, brother, welcome to Africa. Hey, brother. Oh yeah, by the way, brother, you owe me $1,000, or why? Because you didn't wear this when you came to the pyramid." So I like I said before, like I've stressed this a lot. I'm not saying that I don't experience, because what's his name? Tony was saying that, where have I not experienced this same kind of vibe? I've experienced this vibe everywhere, but unlike Tony said he wasn't given the narrative I was given. I was given the narrative my whole life that in Africa I'll be safe. In Africa I'll be treated like this. I'll be treated like that. And all I'm saying is, since I've been to Africa, I felt nothing but fake love. I felt nothing but, no one genuinely was like, "Hey, what's up, man? Hey, look, let me show you this," or, "You know what? Hey, let's walk down here and let me teach you about that." It's always been some kind of bullshit trick up their sleeve. And so when the question that you asked me was, where have I felt that? I felt that every country I've been to in Africa, I felt nothing but
So,
fake.
okay, let me try to, I guess, dissect it. How many countries in Africa have you been to total?
5.
Okay, so which countries? Ghana, Egypt. What's the other three?
Ghana, Egypt, Togo, Kenya, and Liberia. But I was only in Liberia on some military stuff for a very small time, so I didn't really get a chance to experience it. So you can say 4.
Okay, okay. So, like I said, I can't discount your experience. What I would say is, man, it's a big country, man. You're gonna have people that are disingenuous in every country, people that are scammers. I mean, let's just take Ghana for example. People, Ghanaians scam each other. Like a lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? Like you have people that scam their own family members. You have people that scam their neighbors. One of the biggest issues in Ghana is you know, the whole thing with land. That's like the number one, court cases that's tied up in that court system is land disputes. So what I would say, you hey, I can't argue with your personal experience, but try to look at it as like, hey, this is a country of millions of people. Not everybody gonna be your brother. Not everybody gonna be your friend. What I always tell people is, in terms of Ghana, I always say that most of the people in Ghana are pretty neutral towards, Black Americans specifically, and foreigners in general. Like, they have their own lives going on, so they're not really worried about that. But then you have a small amount of people that don't like Black Americans for whatever reason. And you also have a small amount of people that love Black Americans. Like it's like we're almost celebrities to them. You know what I mean? Like for my example in Ghana, I had a whole bunch of people that like helped me out, done stuff for me and didn't ask for anything. But I'm the type of person, like for example, my guy helped me out on the immigration tip. You know what I'm saying?
Can y'all hear
Point me in the
me?
right direction, how to get. Yeah, we can hear you, Pat. Point me in the right direction. He didn't ask me for any money, but I feel like, okay, if you scratch my back, I'm just a naturally reciprocal person like that. If you help me out, I want to spread spread the same love. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I was raised. So, I haven't had the experiences like some people say they had people begging them for money. I'll be honest with you, I only had one person in Ghana really beg me for money, and that was a security guard. That was this older security guard at the complex. He didn't even really beg me for money. He just he was begging for like a beer or like food or something like that, every now and then. So, just take these things in stride, man. Try not to look at it like, okay, if I had money, I could do this, I could do that. Just take things in stride, man.
So I think he cut out.
Yeah, yeah, I think he cut out. I was
Yeah,
listening to him.
he cut out.
Yeah, bro. But
Yeah.
as
Was
a
that
fellow,
was that was that me that cut out or Master Rim?
so that was you,
Oh, it was
bro.
you.
Keep going. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I was just saying, don't let you know the few experiences you have that may be negative or fake love or whatever, um, push you away from the positive experience that you can have, in these countries. Because there's a lot of positive people that, man, you'll be surprised. Like some of the people that helped me in Ghana, I was surprised as hell. Like, damn, like wow, okay. It surprised me because I'm naturally a kind of, I ain't gonna say standoffish, but I'm naturally an observant person. Like I got like a soldier's or security guard mind. Like I'm always watching and observing and bracing for any, potential stuff. So it kind of surprised me when I had people here and there that were, showing genuine love and that didn't want anything. People invite me to their house to dinner. People help me out with this situation information and not charging a dime. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say, man. It's a big country. Everybody not gonna rock with you at the end of the day for whatever reason. Just try to get get together with your squad, your team, the people that rock with you, and rock with them. If you ever come
I
back to
agree.
Ghana, you can holler at me, man. I'll point you in the right direction. Get you connected with the right people, whatever you're trying to do. Because there's a lot of stuff that I plan on doing in Ghana as far as improving the overall situation for Black Americans and the African diaspora in general. Because there's a few little roadblocks here and there that we need to go ahead and take care of that so we could go and thrive over there.
Yeah, check when you get a chance, man. Check out talk baddies in Ghana, part 1 through part 5. Check that out.
On YouTube.
Yeah, it's on my channel, man. Talking to baddies in Ghana, part 1 through part 5. Check that shit out.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you a subscribe, bro.
But I want to tell you, bro, I face discrimination pretty much daily in Africa. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna face some type of challenge. You know what I'm saying? Even my wife faces it because she's with a foreigner and her status is upgraded, being the wife of a foreigner. So she faces discrimination. We go to the bank, go to take out money. She'll get the older lady behind the counter asking, "What do you need all this money for?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of being rude, fucking with, "Oh, our system's not working because you're getting too much money," shit like that. Go somewhere else. So you're gonna face some shit, of course. But I would say overall, I've come across way better people on average. But you're definitely gonna face some bullshit, discriminate, hands down, definitely. I'm not even gonna. But I think that's everywhere. I don't
Yeah.
think there's no way around it.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate all this feedback, man. For real, for real. I really appreciate all the feedback from y'all
Yeah,
brothers, man. I'm really getting into that mode where like I just need to just level up. And I'm not afraid to sit here and say that I need to just level the fuck up and get out of my feelings about it. You feel me? I'm 100 about the situation.
that's real,
Yo,
bro.
man, it's something about our culture. I don't know what it is, and I've talked about this with people before, but it's like we have a need for whatever reason for everyone to like us. You know what I mean? And so it's cool when people like you and rock with you. But when I came to Africa, I came more with a mentality like, okay, look, I'm trying to network and do business. You know what I mean? Maybe if I find a nice wife or something like that, cool, make some nice connections. I never came in with the mindset of like, oh man, these people gotta love me 100%, and they gotta just, treat me like a celebrity and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. There's a small amount of people that will, show love, like, oh man, I love Black American culture, I love the music, blah, 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 blah. But it's cool, man. Let's just do business, network, and work on this together. Whatever country you choose. Are you in Ghana right now?
Nah, I'm in Kenya. I'm in Mombasa right now as we speak. I'm in Nairobi.
Okay. I just gave you a subscribe, man. So I'll be in East Africa next later this year, as well as South Africa. So if you want to link up or something like that, if we happen to be in the same country, man, just let me know, bro.
For sure, brother. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Love, real. I appreciate that, and thank you so much for the subscribe, man. Thank you so much.
I'm about to sub too, man. And I was gonna say this too, as a fellow vet, man. I would say just keep moving around and take this as time to get more familiar with yourself internally, any internal struggles, any traumas you might need to overcome. You got your meditation period. Call it a walkabout the world. You feel me? Especially if you're, a hundo vet. You know what I'm saying? This is your time to really discover yourself and become the best version of yourself. You got an opportunity a lot of people don't really have. You feel me? So I would just keep traveling, keep growing, man. You know what I mean? Stay in your zone, keep meditating, and you'll come around good people. Be open to different cultural experiences. Try to understand, empathize with the people you're dealing with, and I would say that also will get you a lot further.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Noted, man. Advice taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to make mistakes, man. At the end of the day, we all human. Hey, you might make a mistake here too. Just bounce back, try to rectify it, and keep it moving, bro. A lot of people, they try to put that fear in you, like, oh, if you start a business, you're gonna mess up with the taxes, and then you're gonna be in worse trouble. And if you travel to this place, it's dangerous. Don't let the fear of others infect you. You know what I mean?
Roger that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Man, what y'all doing up this early? It's 5:33 a.m.
But yeah, Master Rum, keep doing your thing, bro. Proud of you, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, continue to look at my travel vlogs. I got a lot of good fire for y'all. Whatever y'all want to see more of, let me know. But I got some good content. Go ahead and check out my Belize content. Belize is the next biggest vibe. I promise you that. Go ahead and check out my latest video right now. It's called "Do Belizean Women Like Foreign Men?"
Man,
Wasn't
you
it a
know where, Rum?
superpower?
I'm too close to Belize not to even go there, bro. So I'm in Louisiana. I don't have no choice but to go to Belize, man. So Belize
Oh,
is definitely is on the list for this year, bro.
Do
Yeah.
you think those are marriage-minded women?
nah, and that's what I was telling these boys when I was in Belize. I got nothing but real. I got nothing but love. Ain't nobody asking for nothing. Everybody was just so excited to show me Belize. Everybody was just so. If you look at my YouTube channel, man, there's a short with this real beautiful redhead girl, Hopkins, and they took me around Belize. They showed me the culture. They took me into their homes. It felt like real love. You know what I mean? No one ever tried to extort me in Belize. And I think that's where I got my love for the country for, and that's why I've been there 6 times.
Okay, because I know Belize is matriarchal. Because I know some Belizean people in New York, so I know it's matriarchal. And, the chicks don't really submit like that. So
But see that's what I was kind of
That
alluding to,
Wait, hold
Tony,
on, hold
about
on.
that.
So that's Belizeans in the state. So I'm from Los Angeles. So when I grew up, I went to high school with a bunch of Belizean girls. Every time you seen like a little mixed shorty in LA or in your school, you was like, where you from? He was like, oh, my family is from Belize. So I always stayed away from Belize my whole life. I always told myself, I said, I would never go to Mexico because I'm from LA and we get a lot of Mexican deportees. And I said, I would never go to Belize because I grew up with Belize. It's almost like somebody from New York saying they would never go to Jamaica or they would never go to Puerto Rico because of all the New Yorkers, whatever they call them. But when I actually went to the core of Belize, it changed my life. Like I said before, it is Colombia, Brazil, and the Caribbean all mixed together, and they speak English.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I just know from my experiences around the world doing this years, Atlantic slave trade countries are usually generally similar. It's a lot of similarities, especially with how women believe, materialistic mindsets, feminism, don't really want to submit to men. That's kind of like the common denominator in all Atlantic slave trade countries. I haven't really seen anything different from just my experiences.
Right, right. Go
Atlantic slave.
when you go to Belize, when you go to Belize, go to Hopkins, Belize, or go to Dangriga, Belize. I promise you, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. You're gonna see why I went there 6 times straight.
Mr. Rum, let me ask you this: are the women there conservative, or are they more liberal or moderate? Like,
They're
what would you
liberal,
say?
liberal
They're
and moderate.
they're liberal. A woman in Dangriga, Belize, like I said before, is like a woman in Nairobi. It is
Mm,
Dangriga, Belize reminds me of an island, Nairobi. It is Nairobi, but on the coast. You're going to get
Okay.
you're going to get
okay,
chocolate, submissive women.
okay.
So
I gotta check it
So,
out for myself then.
so you saying Belize is more patriarchal, not matriarchal?
Yes,
Okay, okay, okay.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Belizean women. It's such a small country, so it don't really get a lot of love. But they're literally the whole country of Belize is like going to a small village in like I don't know, a small little village somewhere in Africa, but they just speak English. Very submissive women, very cultural women. If you meet a Belizean girl and your house is dirty, she'll walk into your place and start cleaning your apartment. You wake up in the morning and she's up early before you taking a shower so she can be fresh, and then she's cleaning. She's cooking you breakfast.
What was the longest time you spent in Belize consecutively?
35 days.
35 days. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been, huh?
I've been to Belize 6 times. I've probably been to Belize all together for about 6 months.
That might be your spot, man.
I bought property there. I literally was on vacation. I was at the Island Breeze that I just portrayed in my last video. Go check that video out. I just showed you guys the Island Breeze. I was at the Island Breeze and I was with some beautiful women in the Island Breeze, and they showed me a piece of land, and the piece of land was dirt cheap, and I bought land while I was in vacation in Dangri. So Dangri, Belize is the spot to go.
You gotta put the passport bros on it, and it's not too far from America, so they really.
Exactly. And being that I'm from California, the great thing about Belize is you can go through Mexico and drive to Belize. You can take all your shit over, take all your furniture over there, and you can live your life there. A lot of people ship their cars over there. Belize is so it's cheap. It's 50% off. Everything. The American dollar is 2 to 1. Beautiful.
No, that's good, man. Yeah, I think that's a cool spot for the passport, bro.
Yeah, a
It's
lot of
not.
people don't highlight it, but some people say it's kind of corny, or maybe they might say it's a little westernized. So, if a place speaks English or is it too close to the United States, people think it's already too westernized. Like some people even feel like Dominican Republic is getting too westernized, even though they speak Spanish, which I humbly agree. I think the Dominican Republic is kind of cooked in terms of westernization goes.
He fried.
Um,
It's done. It's done.
yeah,
Finito.
yeah, it's cooked, man. It's cooked. So I mean,
But
you can have fun and visit, but like taking serious relationships and marriages, I feel like you have a low success rate. That's just me. Some people find success, but then again, they might be marrying a 304, something you could easily do in the United States, and then those women are going to want to come back to the United States with you a lot of times. So you just got to be careful,
but
and we know the United States laws aren't in your favor. So that's not a good option, in my opinion. What were you going to say, Tony? I think you were trying to
no,
say something.
I think you're right, but I think we shouldn't discourage brothers from putting other places on the map or like having their base there and them promoting that other place, so it gives some diversity to the black travel space.
Yeah, I agree. We do need to have more people go
I'm
different places.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, every time I go to Belize and I go to Dangriga, I am the only American in Dangriga. Right now, I talk to the mayor directly. If you go, this is how crazy Belize is. If you go to Dangriga, you'll see Shine at the bar. That's how quiet and calm Dangriga is. I'm gonna be the only American bar owner in Dangriga. There's no travelers. You go to the bar, you sit and you talk to these ladies, and they're like, "Why are you here?" No one comes. There's no Black Americans that go to Dangriga. None.
It's just the
Shine.
population. I don't like small populous places. I like places in the top 100 and top
Yeah, it
50.
is. It's small when you. It's so small when I get into town. When I get into town, somebody knows that I'm in town from another city in Belize. That's how small Belize is.
I don't like that. I like to be like Batman. You know what I'm saying? You want to go clap something on the low, slide back, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying?
But but here's
Oh,
the but here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. Being that it's that small community and that small culture, they know what time it is. So you can go clap something and that shit is on the low. You know what I'm saying? You could I'm telling you right now, you could do the women out there know what you could do your thing out there and it'll be on the low. It's not like people gonna sit and gossip. Nah, they don't play that game out there because it's such a small community.
nah, you going to get ratted on, bro. It happens everywhere. You going to get ratted on, bro. It hasn't been a place I haven't been ratted on. It's just when it's small, I would keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna get caught. The cleaning people gonna be talking shit. You know what I'm saying in the local language. You just gotta. You know what I mean, it's gotta be realistic. Small place.
When y'all
I mean,
boys,
but hey, if you get
when y'all
ratted on, you know what I'm saying, at least let that, be a little bit longer down the line, though. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Then
But
in them
yeah.
small places, they be having those little WhatsApp groups, and you won't even know your picture's around. You know what I'm saying? You're in a WhatsApp group just about you.
Hey, Tony, they doing that in Kenya and everywhere now, man. They be,
True,
the
but it's
chicks be having WhatsApp groups now talking about, hey, you ever met this guy right here? And yada, yada, yada. Next thing your numbers being passed around, and then two or three chicks just hit you up out of nowhere and be like, hey, how are you? And you like, hold up, man, who are you, man? Like, I don't know you. Man, I've been hit up by so many Kenyan chicks that I've never actually met. And I'm like, who are you? Like, they'd be like, oh, I got your number from such and such. And I'm just like, really? I'm just like, man. And I just start laughing, man. Like, then I gotta get at the chick and be like, yo, why you pass my number out, man? Like, it's crazy.
I
Yeah.
promise y'all right. I promise y'all right now, if y'all fly to Belize City and y'all spend about 4 days in Belize, I promise you, your ass gonna be going back. I promise. I mark my words. Go to Belize, go there for 4 days, and you see them badass motherfuckers walking around looking just like Colombian women, looking just like Brazilian women, but there's no language barrier. All they got is a slight little accent. you're done. You're done. I promise you. I promise you.
I think it's a good spot, man. I think Belize is a cool place for brothers to go check out, and they should go check it out, man. Go check
Ain't
out
nobody
everywhere.
on YouTube. Ain't nobody on YouTube there yet but me. I don't see nobody else in Belize.
Shit. The one thing though about them small places though, if 6 brothers go, they kind of like throw the dynamics off a little bit.
Exactly. Say like if they have a bad experience, then it's just kind of like, oh my God. It's like, here we go. It can really like have an effect on a place like that because of how small
Yeah,
it is.
brothers might say it's too expensive. I mean, they already complain about like Costa Rica, they complain about Panama, you know, countries that are close by. So, like, I can only imagine them complaining about Belize. Oh, there's not enough hot women, or whatever, or women that I like, whatever. There's not enough lighter women,
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
common complaints dudes might have.
It's gonna be a lot of sharing in this type of place
Yeah.
because it's since it's such a small population, brothers are gonna be attracted to the same phenotype. Those chicks gonna start getting the most money, get big headed. I don't like those small populations. Even in Dominican
Yeah.
Republic, that was happening. You be chilling with a
Even
girl,
where?
even in DR, like you be chilling with like a chick, and you be cool with her friends, and then once Americans started flooding, Shorty tell you, "Hey, I'm getting $1,000 a day from this dude Rashim." Like, damn. All right, Shorty, get your back.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
and,
all
and,
right.
and DR. And the thing about DR, you got to go to the different, locales, even in DR, man, because, it's a small island. So you got to spread it out. You got to go to Santiago. You got to go to Santo Domingo. You got to go to La Romana. You got to go to what was that? San Pedro de Margaritas. You got to go to those, you know what I'm saying, cities. It's just, yeah, man. Because, Santo Domingo, even though it's the largest city, man, but a lot of them chicks, man, they still, what I'm saying, they know each other, they talk to the same people. Santiago was cool because the women are kind of more on them like a more chill vibe. It's not like, all the women just be asking for like money. Santiago women in DR kind of more traditional, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll come and cook for you, you know what I'm saying? Everything. Don't even ask any questions. It's just like, they take care of you. Santo Domingo is more of that urban city vibe. They trying to get that paper, you know. So it's a little bit of diversity, but you just gotta know what you're getting into.
Yeah, DR also
Hey,
has
I'm about to
ratchet.
get off, y'all. Hey, I appreciate all y'all tuning in. I want to thank GMT Travels once again for putting me on the platform. I appreciate all y'all black brothers for shooting me some great advice, and I'm gonna take everything that y'all said. I really appreciate that. I'm about to get off this.
I
That's
feel
what's
you,
up.
but it's like 7 in the morning for him, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel the same way. Hey, do you think, Playboy? Hey,
All right,
Playboy,
y'all.
you can
All
meet
right.
you at we on next video coming at and close out.
Hey,
All right.
my next video should be coming out tomorrow. My next video should be coming out tomorrow. Y'all go check that out. Uh, it's gonna be some fire Belize content. Check that out. Y'all gotta go to Belize. I'm wearing the shirt right now. When y'all go to Hopkins, make sure y'all go to Ella's Cool Spot. When y'all go to Hopkins, Belize, it's a hidden gem.
Ron. Hey, Ron, listen, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna try to meet you in November this year, man. For real.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir. November is the best time to go to Belize. That's the Independence Day. If y'all don't know, Belize got their independence, I think, in the 80s. And they do their Independence Day. And Dangriga, being that it is the first place that all the Africans came to, it's like going to Salvador Bahia in Brazil. Make sure y'all go to Dangriga in November and get all those vibes. They also got the Carnival Festival because they're on the Caribbean Sea. They also have their typical Caribbean festival like every other Caribbean country. All that is in November. Make sure y'all check out my video dropping. It's gonna be fire.
Hey, everybody close it right now. Everybody can we go down the list and y'all can ask them one question and we gonna close out where we can meet y'all at and we gonna drop you out. You know what I'm saying? Pat, oh Foster Travels, who wanna go first?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody can just reach me at Malik Foster Travels on my email, my YouTube, everywhere you need to go. And I'll be dropping content soon on my next trip. Stay tuned and everybody be blessed. I'm out of here.
I man, appreciate you, bro. Pat, what's up, man? Talk to me what you got going on.
Hey man, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? SA is next on the list, man. So, coming up soon. Don't know the exact date, but coming up, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Much great vibes down there. I'm gonna do things a little bit different this time. We'll do a little bit more touring of the country, do a little bit more experimenting. So yeah. So yeah, man, looking
All right, man.
forward to it
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. God bless.
for sure. All right, I'm out. All right.
All right, Master Rum. Everybody, cancel out. Where can meet you at? What you got in store? What's going on with you? Close out. We could both go to fucking sleep. I go to work in the morning. And I know you tired as hell. It's fucking 7 o'clock in the morning in Africa. They don't even know, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, Master Rum. Always keep it master. Like I said before, I might change my name to Master One, keep it 100, or Master Rum, just 100. Master Rum, check out my videos on my YouTube channel. I got like one follower, one subscriber, but it's okay. I'm coming up. Check out my Belize content. It's coming up. I got so much fire shit for you. Check out my channel and continue to follow me on my travels. And I promise you, you're gonna like it.
All right, peace, man. It's been a great live, man. Holla everybody. Peace.
Peace.